Hopefully, it's quickly catch up with a lot of madness that I've just missed. It looks like we've seen Lost Team Liquid. SHEESH have played in. FaZe though on the hold. Looks like Heroic still on the outside here, as they want to control a few things in. Looks like 100 ADR try to play in on Sunshine, who have moved themselves away. And unfortunately, I can only apologise, go, but we're a full PUBG crash. It is a nightmare sometimes. Okay, getting back to us, we've got 13 teams. We lost a couple of teams on that, between that crash here. So Sun though down to a 2, whereas we do have 100 ADR now down to a 1. There's a push here, but FaZe are pushing from behind. I know, quite clear. So it looks like then we do see they've gone down. Sunshine have gone down 100 ADR, then soon follows behind. Oh, sorry, Sun's gone lost another one. They're down to a 1-man. FaZe now trying to play in on the compound. In a soaring move. How do we look? Have been eliminated as well as they go out in 11th place with Nate going out, and that should be the end of Sunshine. So FaZe on that third party. SHEESH though, who played in, looks like Team Liquid have gone down and out here. Entropiq though and ENCE, as they are trying to work their way up on this north side. So actually, do you know what? Even for that crash, for that 15-minute spread, is a bit of a mad one. So Entropiq though down to a 2 as they rotate. ENCE, who have been here a while, are on the hold. Zerolag, who made the early play, remember, in towards the actual water treatment world. They've actually now going to try and hold up NNNOOOOO though, Ivis now to try and play out, but ENCE have the high ground on them. Any dangerous nades in the right position, they will cause some damage now. Nade going down and out. Oh, that second one's better. NNNOOOOO's last guy left. He just needs to stay wide of this smoke. Nade's coming down. Molly's not too bad as it hits the trees. And then the third party action is now starting to roll its way in, as we do have our mix here. GR123, they're taking the long distance shots, and then NNNOOOOO is going to be the last guy. Another nade coming, raining down, overshot on this one. Zerolag don't need to move. What they do need though is they do need instant attention now to focus though, as Foot they do lose one. ENCE have done a 180. It's going to give the boys from Entropiq a little bit of movement. Or a little bit of freedom of movement, should we say. So, ENCE now losing 1 on the knock, and they've got to play him from zone. Foot, though, who came off the third party, he actually done it at the right time. And, of course, an issue. ENCE now going to try and continue to work their way around. I think the only play they've got really is to come down. Maybe try and cut out. Entropiq, though, have gone down and out as NNNOOOOO takes 8th place for him. Oh, shots going heavily back and forward. ENCE are holding, so 2 on 2. He's playing forward. Good play from him. He's got 1. Oh, the long distance action is not helping. But going to continue trying to defend this one. Utility. And again, they're forcing ENCE this way. Scab, who's looking over for a bit of info, really. He's popping himself over just to try and see what he could see and try and give back a bit of information. Looks like Foot though are going to go for the res, and we do have SHEESH though. They're on the long distance. They're causing some issues as HOWL do get a confirm at this bottom side. FaZe and HOWL going to go in the sort of south to south east corner. HOWL team, I've always been quite impressed with HOWL. They've always put a good showing on the board. FaZe now trying to back away. They do have an area zone. They've got a knock. HOWL though is a 4 strong. They might continue to work forward though. ENCE actually, this is going to hurt. He's going to stick a med on time. He hasn't got far to go, but Foot's going to cause the problem, as he's got no cover now. Fire. Are any of the Foot boys looking back? They are. They've seen him. He's going to continue to try and get himself in, but any taps like that might be enough to go down and out, and he does. ENCE go out in 7th, but they actually take the zone. Foot though taking the right time on the third party. Zerolag now working their way in as they do crest over the top. Nade's going to go forward. Good utility going straight through. It's kind of on point. Actually, Rock's just pushing it away. But they're only 2 kills so far, and the utility is now starting to play in. Zerolag, a team which has been doing well. They did take that position quite early. Don't forget, they went into water treatment quite early on, and Didn't really get crashing out north side. Then we got lagged out. And the next one we see is they're just causing havoc on that north side as they're playing out. Another team which we saw causing havoc though is our XEP guys, which are now formed as SHEESH. They obviously took fully over and played all the way through from water treatment, and they now continue to work in. Come back to 4 Zerolag eventually, guys. They do clash heads though, but Foot not losing. They're going to try and dig the way through. They've lost one now as SHEESH do want to play their way round. Smoke should be good. Just got the angle here. It's up to the Western now to try and stop and push him around. They have lost zone. Phase 6 though. 5 teams remain. 16 left. And we're just on 24 on the clock. Always get weird activity with PUBG after an update. Even if it's like a mini server or a server update. Never great for the casting point of view. But unfortunately, I am a solo caster, so there's only me in here. I wish I could have more people with cameras. I always prefer that kind of a... can just talk about how the action unfolds, and as the action does unfold, our mixed team, our Greek mixed team, GR123, they're now going to have to take on our SHEESH, as they're going to want to try and fight for the high ground. But FaZe though getting the first shots through. FaZe though, big split, 5 kills on the board. Again, these guys have been tinkering a little bit backwards and forwards on the zone. Don't forget, we had HOWL try and play around that sort of southeast time, pushed FaZe back to the sort of southwest side. They've lost 2 in that match. They did get a knock on HOWL, but HOWL able to get back to a 4 and are really driving this whole sort of east side as we've seen everyone like churned up in this west. SHEESH now trying to come up and over. There's one getting knocked back, getting returned, but the other 2 not great. Molly's up and over. Big team holding that. Molly's better. Actually, that spread going to cause them some damage. Continue to work their way around, but Foot up and over. FaZe will try and come on the third party. We know they'll look at this as SHEESH go down in 5th. But FaZe already trying to play in that third party action. As for eSports do have the high ground now on the west. Trying to get up here as FaZe. 4 teams remain. HOWL with 4. GR123, our Greeks 123, our mixed team, they're back as a 4. After that, getting knocked though between Foot, who are above him. They are fighting that vertical battle here. HOWL are really the only team kind of in. GR have a hold into zone, but it's always going to be an interesting play. These teams will continue to fight, and HOWL, I feel like, they're just going to break up the kills. Unlucky though with that grenade not getting the confirm. This one should be better. Oh, he actually didn't hit the car a second time. And GR again sticking that res. So still back with a 4. Foot going to try and come up at the top. Surprised HOWL are not causing them the damage. FaZe trying to wrap themselves out as they know this battle is not going to be one they want to take. And Foot also coming off the high ground now. So they're going to want to try and wrap them, sail away round as FaZe 2-man try and take on HOWL. Bit of a head-to-head battle though. Foot goes down to a 1. As our mixed team Store keeping it up. Store keeping alive. Then they go down and out as the animation has killed him. 3 teams now remain and FaZe getting involved. There's 1, 2. Should we go for it? 2, 2, and technically a 3, but GR should be able to get that in. Mad trying to play back. Digger's just missing his shots here. Our mixed team now might as well get back to our 4. As HOWL are feeling the pressure here from FaZe. Never not going down in play. HOWL split on a 1-1. Oh, and stolen. That was a good game. I kind of, just before this split here from them, I actually put them in a driving seat of these teams who have to play down towards them. FaZe, though, ripping apart that and causing. They kind of fell asleep on that south side. They knew FaZe were there because, remember, they had that earlier fight. What I do really like about these the Greek team at the moment, GR123, is they never leave a man behind. They're always willing to ensure they get a man up. Looks like they're getting a few bits and bobs. They are being ragged. 9 kills from them as well. They've just positioned themselves in the right spot where teams have continued to work their way in. They hold a slight grasp of the zone. And we should go all the way to the limit now. I know these teams are slightly split. I know FaZe will want to try and do some damage here on GR123. Zone tightening itself down, and unfortunately Well, FaZe, I think, have got another ridge they can take just in front of them. Yeah, they're going to continue to work their way through here to the block, but it is very, very close to HOWL. GR123 looks like they're going for a split now as they go for a 2-2. Cars going down, and that's going to draw the attention of HOWL as they do able to get themselves a little bit further around. FaZe able to cause some damage now on the map, who is sitting central zone at the moment. Should go all the way to the wide. GR trying to wheel and deal now as they work their way around. FaZe under pressure as their ridgeline is going to be erupted now, especially when GR come across on the top side of the mad for HOWL. Oh, and these guys are, look, what's that, 69? I feel like they are struggling on the ammo front, really. HOWL, though, different play from HOWL. If you look at the map, though, they've got an anchor point. Might see Scoffing up trying to place themselves in. Smoke will be a massive indication through. Molly's come straight through. As Lucy does drop that away, that will be an indication for the mad that will be close to that Molly. And that smoke might be drawing the attention in man playing outside of the smoke. So, again, it's always good to throw that Molly or grenade into that smoke as that telltale sign. But we're seeing more and more of these dummy smokes, I call them, able to cause some issues now. Unbroken out holding the anchor point now for GR123. He's got to come down. The zone is now playing in. I feel like mad and might pop up and over here. Scroll for HOWL does have the hold on him. But use the time well as he does work his way down the sort of north side. Astro just lurking, just waiting for FaZe just to pop over. Molly in hand. Molly's gone up and over. He's underarmed it, so it's not close enough. Gone for an overarm this time, and that is spot on. That's right on top of Diggers now. And Astro, though, going forced it down to 1. Diggers able to stick the med on. We're going to go to the wire now, as we do see GR actually played themselves in. Astro might get away with just playing that little ridge line here. Diggers might want to come for a little peek up and over. It's a HOWL take 2 into the end. GR123 taking 4, and FaZe taking 3. GR with a 3-1 split here. HOWL trying to make the plays there. Scofford now gets himself back up. Lots of you two are going to go forward. These teams are situated very much in the middle. FaZe got the biggest push now. You might see the attention come in from HOWL and GR if they continue not to got the ball on FaZe. FaZe can be a danger. This is what we're going to see. So there's one. As HOWL do not got the ball. Will they get the kill nicked? He's trying to go for Astro. Does he get it in time? So actually does get the steal, and then we do see the other one going down as we now see a 2-on-4. HOWL working out. They want to try and wheel and deal on Rags. There goes down to the last man. He's actually tabbed in 1. Hasn't got time to put the med on. The zone's going to push him, and they are holding him on the left. See the play now coming down, and winner chicken dinner. GR123 taking game number 1. Again, guys, apologies though, it labbed out. I knew I shouldn't have changed the graphics halfway through a game. It might have been my fault, and it always happens with latest updates. So let's blame me for this one. We should be good, touch wood, for the rest of the stream. If not, might have to call it quits and rethink about how we do it. But game number 1, great kills though, as our Greek mix though taking game number 1. We do see though HOWL in second, and FaZe, who've been coming off the third party, taking up third. Let's have a quick look at the action replay. And there we go. So look, it's very hard for FaZe. They've got no cover, especially with GR123 playing that ridge line above him. It's always going to be hounding. HOWL though, again, they've seen the team going out. They know it's a 2-on-4 at that point. They're trying to make it happen. Great knocks from the mad. He gets 1. He's waiting for that secondary peak to come up and over. But as he tries to stick the mez, they then see that wrap come down and out. Easy plays for them. But GR123 taking game number 1. Let's go out for another break. Get game 2. Let me try and sort a few things out, and I'll see you guys in 2-6.
gun, car, and gear for Destin. An item spawn rebalance for Sanhok. A custom lobby. And a new collaboration with a killer franchise. All this and more as we dive into the Update 19.1 patch report. First up, Destin is getting filled out with additional goodies to make your next drops even more fun. Starting now, you can pick up the new MP9 SMG to supplement those short to mid-range engagements with an accurate and reliable weapon. The Armored Pillar security vehicle is also now on the map, offering speed, protection, and flashy lights for survivors in need. Once you're on the scene, you can use the new blue chip detector to hone in on survivors near you, but beware that there's a little bit of a delay between each update. If you find yourself under fire, deploy the new folded shield for a stationary, bulletproof barrier. This new item is carried in your inventory and cannot be picked back up once deployed. Oh, and it can be found outside of Destin also, so keep your eyes peeled. And speaking of items, Sanhok is getting a pretty big item spawn change this update. There are a lot of numbers here, but the gist is that DMRs, SRs, LMGs, PANs, and some mid-range scopes are all getting greatly increased. More level 2 gear will spawn in place of some level 1, and you'll be able to find boosts and EMT gear easy. To see all the big numbers for yourself, head on over to patch notes. We've got a few extra things packed in this update as well. Stalk your enemies on Haven during the PUBG and Assassin's Creed collaboration event. We'll not only have a fun game mode for you to play, but we'll also have some awesome Assassin's Creed skins available as well. Check out that post for all the details. Plus, users can now customize their survivor base and show it off as their lobby screen. You choose the weapons and vehicle skins to display, so make it your own. And if you're in search of new skins to display, the workshop has new imprints for you to craft, so start unlocking the newly added legacy skins. Finally, cooperative modes are no longer linked to just your squad. Break into a dance with anyone you want starting this update. That's quite a bit to pack into a video already, so make sure you swing by the patch notes to check out the full details on everything above. Update 19.1 is here, so pack your piece, load up some new gear, and hit the beat in your new squad car. Just watch out for assassins. We'll see you on the battlefields.
Get ready, survivors. Another PUBG partner drop is on its way. And we've got the perfect guide to help get you set up and ready to start earning those watch rewards. Now enough sitting around, let's dive in. First, you'll want to create a crafting account if you don't have one already. Setting it up is as easy as going to PUBG.com and clicking the login button in the upper right corner. Under the login button, click Create Account and fill in the required fields to sign up. Click the cog next to the Logout button to view the linked accounts page. In the platform section, find where you play PUBG and click Link Now. Linking may differ from platform to platform, so make sure to follow their individual instructions closely. Once your platform is linked, return to the linked accounts page and scroll down to your linked accounts. Here you'll see a list of services. Find your stream platform and click Link Now. Now that you're linked up, you're ready to start earning rewards by completing watch missions. You can find participating streamers and schedules for drops announcements on PUBG.com. Or you can head over to your streaming platform and search for the PUBG Battlegrounds page. Here, you'll see a variety of channels. Look out for streamers with the Drops Enabled tag, or use the search to filter for partner streams. Time for the best part, watching streams to earn rewards. Drops Enabled channels have certain watch conditions you'll need to fulfill before being able to claim them. You can view these conditions and your progress through the Drops information in the top right corner. Once you satisfy the conditions, the claim button automatically appears. Click it and claim your rewards. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Fire up PUBG and check out your new loot. Rewards vary from weapon skins, clothing items, crafting materials, and more, so you always want to look out for the next drop if you want to stay ahead of the game. Alright, survivors, that's everything you need to know about partner drops. Watch streams and watch your back out there. I'll see you on the battlegrounds.
Welcome back off that split game one. Wow, talk about missing one zone, but a lot of action. So I apologise first off. I think it's because I pushed my settings during the game. Blame me on this one. Anyway, great game. GR123 are Greek guys. I've just been taking a mick out of them because they were like, oh, we're just a mixed team. We haven't played for a while. And I was like, mate, they came out and stormed that. Good movement, good rotation in. How though? I actually had you guys from taking that dub maybe because you was in that sort of east corner. But you was very, very clear. You pushed FaZe away from you. You had that open side. As you push forward, obviously FaZe, you dropped the ball on FaZe. And they came rapping in behind a team you cannot let your eye off for 1 minute. Let's look at the leaderboard after game number one. at 1, 2, and 3. Those GR do take top spot. HOWL are in second, and FaZe picking up third. No surprise there. Let's get match 2 underway. It's another Miramar. Let's go, peeps. Here we go, guys. Match number 2. A northwest, pushing west down towards the southeast. Not too bad actually. Pretty much across the bat. I think most teams would be happy with this as we expect. Drip will go further. Team Liquid was dropped down. Interesting about this Entropiq in 100 ADR. What part lost the irons? I think Entropiq will take the top side still. 100 ADR will take the bottom. But coming down, it's always the one the teams that I'm not 100% sure of because of I'm obviously reading Discord and where they're putting their drops for. But obviously just double check and make sure they actually do get out of the plane in time. They haven't had someone walk away and have to make a slight adjustment. So everyone is out the plane, and we do have Heroic though with a 2-2 split early doors. FaZe taking El Pozo, Zerolag though up in the top side, normal drop zone for them. International taking San Martin. Wow, zone pushing the same area actually. To be fair, same kind of area, but pushing more across this sort of west-hand side where we saw it sort of crisp around here last time, right? It's now pushing more towards this west-hand side. So things like creative fields and this whole area around is going to be really, really hot and early rotations. Our winners from game number 1, GR123, they're taking up Hacienda as R20 though down for minus. HOWL normal drop zone, 100 ADR long distance shots though backs and forwards, and most teams there's no real change actually on the drop zone. Looking at the areas though, SHEESH are going to put themselves in a great position to move away from quite early. Zerolag, they've got the prime real estate, and it's going to be up to them where they take and what they take quite quickly. Let's be honest. Though they can play up to maybe take their initial where they took last time when they sort of took the 3-1 fit. They might even potentially go play themselves up a bit higher. Reload on 20 got caught actually last run. I think these guys would be disappointed losing 2 quite early. They played well though. They're remaining to getting themselves in, getting a couple of kills here. But again, that third party there on Heroic as they were taking on Sunshine. They did get caught quite bad though in between that sort of gap. So I expect R20 to maybe wrap this time. GR123, they're going to try and move quite quickly. Again, Zerolag for me is going to be where do they go first. International might try and play. We see it end around this sort of area quite a bit. We will see it play either go up. We also see it play very much in this sort of heavy to northwest side as well. So keen to see where the teams and the IGLs go to move. It looks like we've got Team Liquid always on the move. One of the first teams pretty much get all consistently moving quite early. So they're getting themselves in the cars now. Insto also getting ready to shift as they are going to pick each other up. And we do have Sunshine though are moving through El Hazard. They're going full speed ahead. Now I'm going to go straight through here. They stopping for a bit of loot. They are. They did a few bits and bobs. Are they even looted yet? So taking the tour of the Miramar. Okay, FaZe now they've come out of El Pozo again, a team which is going to be able to springboard out to a location they want to. And International actually they are playing the top over here by the crash planes. Looking down, we do see it end here quite a bit. So Zerolag might be thinking, do you know what? We might be all right here. He's itching to take a shot. He might take. Initial shots going in. And they might try and play that nice and knock quickly as well. But it's going to have to try and defend this. Oh, great knocks though. He waited patiently for that shot. Oh, but then double dat on behind. A bit of backwards and forwards here from International. Guys are now trying to tighten themselves up here. Looks like he's trying to go for the confirm. They store everyone down, so the rest of the team will have to try and tighten themselves up. And he has to get himself across. So first kill, though, coming through. Actually stolen from SHEESH. So SHEESH though on the steal. The high ground steal as well. Big GG's there. So again with that, we might see International back away, losing one on the confirm, especially with another team though taking the knocks. We are seeing them getting themselves ready. As there's Zerolag. Hopes for Zerolag though, rotating themselves in for zone. Might actually have to go full commit now. Able to get the res, so they're back to a 4. So yeah, we're going to see a lot of this. We're going to see a lot of this high sort of ridge line play. I wouldn't be surprised we might not even see an individual go sit in the creative field. There's a curveball to say it might play down. It is quite far out. We see the zone maybe cresting a little bit more of creative fields for it to play in for that. But there's always a possibility. Creative field's always a curveball. Always a good curveball. Okay, so International though and Zerolag a little bit backwards and forwards there, but they've disengaged. International pushing back towards that sort of San Martin way. South GG still got 4 up as they work themselves in, but EP Johnny, aka Seth Johnny now, taking the long distance shots across. Good tabs. After you have to rethink about that one. Iraq now pushing for that north side as they do rotate all the way up and round. They play in and down round. ENCE now crossing over, going for the same approach here with ENCE. As they're taking this sort of maybe this 2-2 approach, but remember they had this compound last time and they played up as well. So GR123 though, they're happy. This is a strong compound. Quite surprised International didn't play for this one. So GR, for those who missed the game number 1, GR123 though did take game number 1. They took it with a good amount of kills as well. Reload on 20, just waiting for Entropiq now. As they are claiming up like Luke though. Oh, that's not what you want to hear. The car stopping. Oh, I think they did spot his car. I have to rethink about how he comes out. Now he's going to come up over. Entropiq will not allow him to breathe as they just push forward here. Reload on 20 though, just still do have the high ground smoke. That's going to... But they are now playing. Does that confirm as they continue to push here? Reload on 20. Looks like they're backing away. That nade's not bad, you know. Oh, just step into that left-hand side. Reload on 20 on a full reload and run back. Might even be able to get the splitters. Entropiq are still running forward. Reload on 20. 2 in the compound. North side though, he's holding out on the other side. They might actually be able to catch if the guys from Reload on 20 bring down the Entropiq guys down towards this compound. Might actually be able to catch him. They just need to see him in that compound. Might even focus their attention. They do get some good shots going through. Reload on 20 though, returning the favour. As Luke Rux goes down to 1 shot. Don't be able to sit the med on. And the trap is going to have to wait. It's going to be a 2-on-4. They're going to have to really wait for that push over. They've got to catch it at the right time. Oh, good shots back as well. They are going to try and hold. Most of the teams are in. We do have Foot who are now just working their way in. And Sunshine on that top side after looting El Hazard. Crypto getting a kill themselves. And they confirm themselves. Always the way you want to go. Okay. Looks like they are now on the push now. Good on 20. Is the play just a hold? 2-2 split those. Entropiq are playing themselves in. Bit of splash damage though. Oh, we can see him on that top side. Gotta get that molly out there and quick. Yeah, that will stop that push. Give them half a chance to stick a med on. But reload on 20. Alright, she's under a bit of pressure now. Entropiq now going fully in. Nade's going in the window. Good knocks. As they are down to 1. And then what I thought might be a bit of a cheeky play out and maybe taking the fight. He's actually opted to just to lay low on the team. I thought he might have been able to catch that push down. Maybe catch him in the back. Especially when the engagement really started to happen. So we do see Sunshine though do get 1, 2. As how do we look? Have lost 1 and the 2 on the return, and we are seeing on the other side though ENCE and Heroic going out. Scav though holding. We do have Page now crashing into that compound. There's going to be a one-on-one between these two powerhouses here. Scav needs to stick a med on. Page now is wrapping himself around, trying to find out where the player. Scav's able to stick on med. Just with the 1 lost here from Heroic. Now gonna not take the one-on-one fight as they do want to play a 2-on-1. And ENCE looks like Scav's backing himself away. So again, 2 different approaches. Heroic crashing in, trying to take the compound away from ENCE. ENCE getting the knock. And then pushing themselves up. Haven't lost 1, so they're up. Nice. Zone shifting again for that north hand side. Again, we'll see very much a hectic play now as we do see Zerolag getting crashed here by the international guys. Kill and confirm. Actually stolen by GR. Went outside left. Went spins on the player. Actually trapped him in the player, I think. I know he's backed away. Oh, Brent's getting some outstanding shots. Dodge, duck and dive. Just needs 1. He's actually bopped himself in. The Zerolag now come back in. The other knock. Went no. Only flash. And then actually tapped in the back. Long distance shots here. As our game number 1 winners are causing a bit of mischief on top of the hill. And it looks like they're actually going for an aggressive split on these guys as they do backfill. Desto with 100 ADR as they are now trying to wrap themselves away. They've got 1. 100 ADR should be able to tie themselves in. They have lost a tire. They've got to try and get in again. SHEESH might even try and hold for this one. Team Liquid rotating themselves round FaZe Clan as they hold this sort of northwest corner. And they've actually stopped here, Team Liquid. So they've continued to move. How though with a knock on Zerolag? So Zerolag, a bit of a bad spot. They're down the bottom of the hill. Team Liquid continue to move their magic around. Look at that. No one above this real north side here. How do we look? We'll try and play in as well. FaZe though are lurking as Drip, who have lost 1 on a kill confirm themselves. Now actually have a solo FaZe Clan causing problems. South GG though taking the long distance battles. He does get a quick hit and run as FaZe put their first point on the board. And South GG taking creative fields. Drip now backing themselves away using that time. Nice little cheeky J-turn. Outstanding J-turn. Done to perfection. James Bond himself couldn't have done that better. Drip gang now have to rotate away. As they are now 2. Don't forget they did lose 1 themselves. So they could confirm themselves. They're just out of zone as FaZe now hold that 3-1 split. South GG pushed over for creative fields. We should leave creative fields here. And then R20 though. Reload on 20. Just able to get themselves in after that Entropiq though annihilation. This way you're hoping it just stops, waits. 3 kill, surely can hear him. Definitely see him now, surely. Oh, was he looting? Just spinning around. Right over the top. Good move as 3 kill pushes forward. Long distance shots coming over the rest of the boys though. He does whip across with that right to left lean. Cutting straight across the top of Reload on 20 and eliminating him out in 16th place. A lot more teams answer up. 15 still alive. If you just go over 14 on the clock. 50 players actually in all. And we are going to see a little bit of a decent now as these teams are going to fight very much hook or by crook to try and get some space. Put though down to a 2 as they do get actually down. on confirm, but we are going to see Team Liquid though. They are playing on the sort of north side as they crest over the top. They're playing the ridge line. It was where ahead. Clip, they will find it difficult to get up this ridge line. Very, very slow. But Foot though, on their advantage, are very, very much split. FaZe though getting a knockdown on south.gg. Looks like Foot want to move away from this one. Clip's going to be your guy. He's got one. Cars explode over the top. They get a second, he can't. But you know who can? Woo! Heroic though. Clip should be able to stick the res as Team Liquid are be down to a 3. FaZe Clan taking a fight though. How do we look though? They've been eliminated 14th. We're going to see a lot of teams now going down. FaZe on the hold. The South GG need to get in, and they have a mad hold here. They'll be wrapping themselves around. South GG down to a 2-man, and they are very, very split here. Diggers come over the top. Put Diggers down to a 1. The Diggers re-peaking it. South GG. 1 man. Needs to work in. He's got the ridge on this sort of north side. It's going to be hard as 100 ADR do eliminate out towards HOWL. Good shots here. Going to continue to move forward, but FaZe will continue to wrap. Aldo taking that bottom side though. SHEESH though, about 2-2 split. Looks like Drip though on a bit of a problem here. They're going to try and hold 0 kills. And don't forget, remember guys, they lost one themselves. They lost one to FaZe. That's going to be a bit of a hard push here for these guys. They are open ground, and with that split here, the SHEESH boys are going to continue to hammer from the side. There's another one down. Drip though should be able to stick the res. That smoke will burn him, but SHEESH will come over the top now. They've actually come away from it. They can hear the players now coming in. Drip though meeting with that nade. Johnny's over the top. Eventually down and out as Johnny has to retuck himself back in. Drip going down in 12th place. Zone big with a heavy shift now. Going back towards that sort of east-hand side. And we do see HOWL take on Entropiq, who have lost one. Luke Rux is down. We are down 2 push though. Ibis is on the bleed out as we do. They are sticking the res. They will be calling that though as HOWL are playing in aggressively. HOWL though. After G down and out. Does that confirm? And HOWL also a 2. So it's 2 on 3. Technically a 2 on 2 up. Very hard to push this way, especially if Entropiq do have the angles. They're going to have to try and push themselves through. They're holding that sort of backside there as the molly comes out. They do get another knock though. They continue to push through and then take the final. HOWL who had a strong game. Good movement here. Is Nailed Up though playing out to that window after a molly comes through. Able to clutch up, and we will see Entropiq though take the res and take that area away from HOWL. HOWL team just put themselves in such strong positions. ENCE on the hold as we do see Sunshine now coming in, playing themselves in on the area. Match going to be a full understanding there here. They've got a huge ridge line to try and play that. The only advantage they've got is that this building here, they've got no windows on this side, so they have to try and wall hang out. If Scout wants to try and jump out that. So Nade's going over the top now, causing splash damage for free. I think you kind of hope these guys will wrap themselves around. ENCE with another standing nade. They've got 1 knock. ENCE will see this as an advantage for them. Molly going straight on top, and Nade's going back, is expecting him to move back. And look at the utility just moving its way around towards his north hand side. Team Liquid though getting a knock on, and 2 knocks on FaZe there, with 1 confirmed. There's a bit of a standoff here. Receiving their knocks though, as they are now down to a 1 on a solo run in the shack. And FaZe going out between Heroic and Team Liquid. FaZe 4 able to stick the res on in time, and we do see Sunshine now back away towards, or a bit better play actually, going down towards this sort of northeast corner. ENCE though not allowing it as they do stand us to breach the walls. So they got now 1 utility store flashing through as ENCE now come up. There's the second 4-man strong stack. They will continue to play as Sunshine wrap down this sort of east hand side. ENCE will hold. and retreat back in towards that compound. They do hold. They don't need to overextend now. Rest of the zone, 8 teams up. We've got 19.5 on the clock. Team Liquid had just annihilated FaZe, actually with the help of Heroic though. Zone shifting as it comes back down here. HOWL, Zerolag. He took this compound away from International. Happy. They were getting bullied a little bit as we saw GR123 taking the shots down as well, and SHEESH causing issues. GR123 played down the hill and they gave this one up. Entropiq will have a free pass to the high ground. SHEESH though a little bit on the outside. They do have an anchor point in, but it's going to be a hard wrap. They are going to need to make some magic happen. I don't think they've even got a car. They do have a car, but no tire in that car. And rather not, but Entropiq are going to be the issue here. Entropiq moving their vehicles in. Even if Entropiq sort of land in this sort of area here, not even taking the compound, they're going to be able to stop SHEESH though getting in towards their compound because they haven't got the car, but they've got to do it quick. If SHEESH realise they've got no pressure, they can work their way around the sort of south hand side of this hill, blocking out Zerolag and allowing them coming in towards that zone. ENCE though going for the crash. The Sunshine already moved themselves over. Green nade going out. They've received a knock though, and quite a click clear up though. They did get a great nade though. That first nade did go straight out. The ENCE should be able to stick the res as they be back to a 4-man and in a strong compound. Heroic though, top of the mountain as they come through on the north side. Team Liquid having to play themselves in. They're getting across and they're going to have to use the smoke. They might have to try and wrap up on a Heroic now as they are now using the vehicle to play out of zone. Crashing in on the new shacks. Whip's going down quite quickly here as Heroic though do get the angles on him. Let's know what your thoughts are on these new shacks. They're, for me, pretty OP. Very hard to dig people out of them, if I'm honest. Especially with the new hard walls. GR123, a team which was leading the way after game number 1, who took game 1 with a good amount of kills. Looks like they're trying to try and come alive. We have 7 teams up, 24 players, 20 people on the board potentially for GR123 to go after and kill. This is the downside to this shack. Is this side? Is these double windows? Astro's full clear out. He's made the call. SHEESH, who have been able to wrap themselves in. Quite surprised that Entropiq allowed that. Entropiq taking the compound as they want to try and hold. ENCE had that big crash as they did control out Sunshine. And Team Liquid have only got an option, and that is to try and take this away from Heroic now. Alright, we'll hear these guys coming first. As Team Liquid are going to crest over this sort of northwest corner. There's one. Nade should be cooked. Nades on both sides should be cooked. Actually, we did get the kill. Good nade over the top actually from Team Liquid. They did get another one from that nade. Heroic have got a one in return. Yeah, they can just relieve a bit of pressure here. Heroic should go for the res, so will Team Liquid. But they do have the ability to try and control this one out. Nade going over, but it's been cooked too far as they have to move forward for the cover on the vehicle. Oh, he's gone forward on that nade. That splash damage might hurt. Woo! Team Liquid with that nade underneath the top, clearing Heroic. 7th place for them, unable to stick the res. Only problem for Team Liquid is they've now lost zone. And it has come down. GR123 will try and hold out. 6 teams remain. Entropiq, high ground, ENCE. Unfortunately for them, after crashing, they have lost the zone as well. We got to think though where they're going to try, and they have to try and maybe come in low side here from Entropiq, and hopefully they get a break from it. Be a hard push for them, but they do have the vehicles. SHEESH though happy with this one. HOWL Zerolag also going to be happy with this one. Entropiq would be grateful they've taken the time to get across here early doors. Looks like they've drawn the attention away from that sort of south side. Now focusing very much on the forward game as they want to try and hold out this northeast corner from ENCE. 8 kills on the board from Entropiq. Car's getting ready to go as ENCE looks like they're ready to leave. Looks like the smoke's coming out as they are going to Telter. They are playing this way. Entropiq though do get the first one. Scav goes down. But the anchor though has actually held. Entropiq now down to a 1. Here on the backside of the compound. ENCE though playing through as Ivis goes down. This is the time, especially when we see someone like SHEESH though might even be understanding the kill feed that they want to play out this one. ENCE able to stick the res, and that good play for them. That was the only move for them, and it was good movement. Entropiq down to a 1. Oh, unlucky didn't actually pick up this one though. They do get that confirmed, so definitely down to a 1. But Entropiq, much better game for them second game. They were caught out a little bit on that zone first game with that shift coming back down away from water treatment. And what an angle we're seeing a whole team. Team Liquid now trying to play in on our GR1, 2, 3, our Greek mixed team. Down to 1 now as Ghoul is running the gauntlet. He's going to run straight into that molly. Might be the end. Take a med on quickly. The sand erupts in the face of my camera. Able to actually find himself in as well. 7 kills, Team Liquid again, a better game. Oh, he cuts him in the animation, gets him down and out. Oh, and goes for the flush. You can see he thought about going back inside there. He saw the opportunity to try and get the kill, but GR123, again, a team which was super, super tight after game number 1, is still finding that way. Entropiq, though, trying to do the damage, though, as they do get 1. Trying to get the second, over the shoulder shooting, and able to get the secondary off ENCE, and ENCE, again, having a strong game. GR123 blessed with game 1, but blessed with the zone for game 2. 4-man strong. ENCE going to be back to a 4. SHEESH going to be a 4. And HOWL, Zerolag, they're down to a 3. SHEESH didn't use the time to move themselves up and around. But it does look like they're going to use the time now to move. 1 car hits. And unfortunately, they can't see their way through. There's a bit of wonderful driving here. But first car goes over from SHEESH. Full send into Zerolag. Johnny. There's 1. They've actually received 1 back in return. Zerolag though. Have to try and deal with a fight though. They do get kind of T-boned up there as they do backfill after that outstanding driving there from SHEESH. Zerolag going down and out, and they should be able to fix themselves up and get going. But ENCE using that third party time, the ability to try and cross in front of SHEESH though, as they want to try and take this one. But our GR123, they've got, it's interesting to watch, see if they want to try and close the door now. SHEESH already down 1, able to sit the res back to a 4. ENCE leapfrogging here, SHEESH, and putting themselves right in front of the action between GR123. But look at the gap. GR have got a huge gap to try and play across. Any one of the teams could try and hold it. It's about timing. Will GR123 take 2 games back to back? Have they got game 1 and game 2 in the tank? We're gonna have to wait and see. We are going to go to the wire again. If we look at the zone, it will tap out on that sort of right hand side of that curve of bend, really favouring GR123 for the end zone. SHEESH losing 1 as ENCE do get a knock. The only advantage for them is they have got the Goddy favouring and blocking out. ENCE though on the push now. Still whipping on 1. Down to the last 1. Nice clear here from EP. But look at this. This was about timing. And GR123, they want the win. Can they close it up? It's a 3-on-4 fight. Have they taken off enough of a chunk? They're up on the compound and they split the other side. As Unbroken has actually been caught now on the wrap. He's down to a 2. But they now have the split. GR123, I think they wanted that fight to happen for a little bit longer. But you know what? That was good play for them. We've seen teams hold out that compound for longer. That was a good amount of timing, and they're able to split it. It's going to go to the zone. Unbroken's the only guy that's going to be a risk, as he did play out to that northeast corner, and he was caught with that motion going across there. Both teams back to a 4. We're going to go to a very, very technical ending again for game number 2. I feel like this is going to be a who gets knocked first. We've got 12 kills with SHEESH, 3 kills here with GR123, but don't forget GR123 dialed in for the chicken dinners already. Unbroken having to retreat back after that hard work playing across here. Gonna wait for the smokes to spread. He's gonna try and get himself back down. He hasn't got much cover. He's gonna be up for the rest of the team now to ensure they allow his boy back in. Oh, that might be enough to stop the pressure, as Jenny would have been the main guy causing the issues going down. He's trying to make a play. A bit in rags, unfortunate. This Astro is the danger player. I don't know if they know he's there. If they come wrapping themselves around, it's going to cause some issues. They've got an anchor point here, but kind of for me, Astro wants to be sort of sitting this area and allow the player behind to cover him. Stop them wrapping around this side. This should be the natural side for them to play out of, but got to think the zone's going to shift away and it's going to go in favour. Actually, do you know what? I don't even know if GR have got the positioning anymore. It's going to be a who gets knocked first loses, really, isn't it? It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath, a bit of a heavyweight battle. Shots coming down. How are they allowing Steph to be on the top here? He's going to go right on point. This is going to bounce. He hasn't cooked it. He's actually a bit short. Backing away from that smoke. Second one's better. The one they need the first time round. Actually, they've definitely heard it. If they're throwing the flashes out already, they can hear the pitter patter of foot on the sandbank as the zone does go. It actually goes left side, sorry, of that road. Gonna be up to the boys now. Good flash. It looks like we're going to see EP down start themselves around. Looks like Blissey is going to maybe have to back away. Is he going to lose the zone here? They're encroaching out. They don't need to get this knock. It's crucial he gets this knock here. He hasn't got it. There's the first one. There's the second one. They do get one back. Actually get two back. It's gone back to a 2-on-2 here. Oh my days. He was up on the top playing the ball and it played out for him as it goes down to a one-man. It's a 2-on-1. Zone shift is going to be close. I feel like he's going to have to move first here. Go 1, 2, 3. Pop in the smokes. Want to try and get away from the blue. Trying to burn as much ammo as they can. Now he's got to play. Remember, smokes work both ways. He's actually able to move himself as he does play out. Johnny's calling the call. You can see he's already out. Made the call that he's played out. And both of these teams here got players up, able to communicate. They are down, but they're not out. Nade's going to come out. Then he can't quite see him as he lays low. Flash is going straight back up and over as he comes back into play. Trying to wait for the smokes to burn. Wants to try and catch these guys now. Look, and even the GR 1, 2, 3 boys are sending their players in. Johnny be calling that he's out in the middle of the road, and they do get the clutch though. As SHEESH, our old Enterprise boys, 16 kill game. Woo! That's good control at the end there. GR 1, 2, 3 there'll be a big topic I feel on this one is that did they leave it too late to play on that third party between ENCE and SHEESH? Would, if they were there 30 seconds before, would it have been a different ending? Would they have been able to clear up, keeping SHEESH on their back foot? Or should they have stayed in that compound and waited, maybe waited for the end zone, maybe waited to get the angles, but maybe they took off a bit too much. I'm not sure. I personally feel like they made the right play in towards that compound. Maybe they could have done it 10 seconds before and maybe catching the SHEESH guys on that sort of back burner. And after that ENCE and SHEESH fight, maybe they would have been able to take it and take the chicken dinner back to back. But not this time, as we do see SHEESH take game numeral 2. Good play though. And again, it's good understanding. Actually, the guys are down and out, but for me, Johnny was making those calls all the way up until he drops out that he's up. Johnny's now gone, so he's able to make his run out, plays himself out into the open, and then look, it's just about a thing. But it's a 2-on-1 battle. Winner, chicken dinner. Kind of a big clash of heads, but SHEESH, 16 kill game, 26 points. GG's. But game 2, game 3 coming up. I lost Miramar. See you in a second.
A new gun, car, and gear for Destin. An item spawn rebalance for Sanhok. A custom lobby. And a new collaboration with a killer franchise. All this and more as we dive into the Update 19.1 patch report. First up, Destin is getting filled out with additional goodies to make your next drops even more fun. Starting now, you can pick up the new MP9 SMG to supplement those short to mid-range engagements with an accurate and reliable weapon. The armored pillar security vehicle is also now on the map, offering speed, protection, and flashy lights for survivors in need. Once you're on the scene, you can use the new blue chip detector to hone in on survivors near you, but beware that there's a little bit of a delay between each update. If you find yourself under fire, deploy the new folded shield for a stationary, bulletproof barrier. This new item is carried in your inventory and cannot be picked back up once deployed. Oh, and it can be found outside of Destin also, so keep your eyes peeled. And speaking of items, SHEESH is getting a pretty big item spawn change this update. There are a lot of numbers here, but the gist is that DMRs, SRs, LMGs, PANs, and some mid-range scopes are all getting greatly increased. More level 2 gear will spawn in place of some level 1, and you'll be able to find boosts and EMT gear easy. To see all the big numbers for yourself, head on over to the patch notes. We've got a few extra things packed in this update as well. Stalk your enemies on Haven during the PUBG and Assassin's Creed collaboration event. We'll not only have a fun game mode for you to play, but we'll also have some awesome Assassin's Creed skins available as well. Check out that post for all the details. Plus, users can now customize their survivor base and show it off as their lobby screen. You choose the weapons and vehicle skins to display, so make it your own. And if you're in search of new skins to display, the workshop has new imprints for you to craft, so start unlocking the newly added legacy skins. Finally, cooperative modes are no longer linked to just your squad. Break into a dance with anyone you want starting this update. That's quite a bit to pack into a video already, so make sure you swing by the patch notes to check out the full details on everything above. Update 19.1 is here, so pack your piece, load up some new gear, and hit the beat in your new squad car. Just watch out for assassins. We'll see you on the battlefields.
Get ready, survivors. Another PUBG partner drop is on its way. And we've got the perfect guide to help get you set up and ready to start earning those watch rewards. Now enough sitting around, let's dive in. First, you want to create a crafting account if you don't have one already.
What a bit of a technical ending really at the end. I think the FaZe zone did really favour GR. We could have seen it maybe play a little bit north there, but actually it kept on pulling its way down. We do see actually, well, a little bit more to that west-hand side there. But Entropiq, they obviously played across that top side. They gave up that ability, allowed SHEESH coming in. Should have Entropiq stayed, should they have closed the door on them. We saw those two powerhouses battling it out for quite some time. But obviously they disengaged and they played for that compound. They wanted the hard cover. They did deal some good damage, but ENCE actually able to play and then take it off of them. It's actually hard. If ENCE could obviously get as far forward without the stop, and we did see the great anchor though from ENCE. They did tap over the damage player from Entropiq. SHEESH though getting the pass into that compound, able to play in on that third party. Not great driving into that compound, lads, but it was a good play and able to battle roll. And then the big question for me is, should the GR123, should our Greek mixed team, should they have played in, would have 10 seconds before on that third party, would that have made a big difference? It's PUBG, it's what we love to watch and see. Let's have a look though at the leaderboard in a bit more detail. Of the game number 2. So GR123 are still holding top spot, but look at that, SHEESH and them are on the same points for kills. Obviously with GR123, they're winning that game number 1. It does keep them on top spot by 3 points. ENCE though, not that far behind in 3rd. FaZe now in 4th. HOWL are in 5th. Entropiq though, picking up in 6th place. A better game for them. They got caught a little bit on that first game on that rotation, as they did have ENCE again on top of that mountain by Waterworld. HOWL, Zerolag, putting themselves in good areas. Only picked up 4 kills though, so not able to harvest the kills, but able to gild the damage. 10 points for them. Foot though are on 8th, and you can tell the difference obviously that Foot do have more kills, but remember the new superset rules. HOWL, Zerolag have had a better placement. Team Liquid though are in 9th, and that is that. That's game number 2 done. Let's load the plane, check the passports, the sandy shores of Miramar for round 3 coming up. Welcome back to game number 3. Flight path is not great this time. It is going straight up the back. We're not actually leaving really a square. If you shift it over, we are within a square movement, but it is very much a south to southeast up to a northeast as well. So favouring this sort of north side, I think a lot of teams will be hoping the zone doesn't pop to that east hand side. I think a couple of teams are not going to have their normal drop zones. We're going to see them extend out a little bit more. We might see a little bit of an early fight when it comes down to cars. You've got to factor in now if that zone touches that east hand side, it's going to be quite hard, and we might see a lot of water unless it plays very high northeast. Don't forget though, zone 1, zone 2 is always random, but what we do know with zone 1, it has to touch the flight path somewhere. So yes, we have had the flight path go through the back across here, but the zone needs to play out. I think a lot of teams would want for it to play again back over to the sort of north to northwest side, but we have to wait and see. Zone going to pop. It has gone central for that flight path, and it is a northeast side. This is, as always, Gibson Cast puts it right. This is the section of zone we see a lot, but it is the section of zone that actually gives us the most variety when it comes down from a casting point of view. We have the towns, we have the hills, we have the flat plains, and we have all the dips and crevices and everything that Miramar has to offer as an esports map, and generally as a map itself. So unlike some of the other areas where especially we see the sort of southwest hits, where we do have these high hills, we call these death valleys in play, this actually has a vast variety of different areas. So massive amounts of flat ground, we have some high hills, we have all the dips and crevices in between, and we have the towns also. So again, it has everything now to offer. Having a look at the drop zones though, FaZe dropping out late as they do take the north side of the zone. South GG, they are on that 2-2 split. We do see Sunshine though also on a 2-2 split. So we do have HOWL, Zerolag sitting, El Hazard, ENCE normal drop zones. They do split down towards the junkyard and around. A little bit further down as R22 have to be a bit tighter now because HOWL have dropped up this neck of the woods as well. But they are still on the same drop as HOWL don't normally play a little bit further down. But runner's going to cause a few issues here. How do we look though? They're out by Impala, Entropiq, and 100 ADR in Los Leones. No drop, no change there. Heroic have taken south side. Drip Gang though, they are a bit further over on that sort of southwest corner. Still quite tight, but no real change for them. Heroic normally playing for Chum, so different drop zone for these guys on game number 3. Foot taking their normal. Team Liquid taking their normal. Janny leading the way with the lads for our SHEESH. They are taking Power Grid. They've actually split themselves a bit further up here. International in San Martin, and GR123 taking Hacienda and surrounding compounds. For those that are not aware, Ghoul, yes, he is Vard. SHEESH is Enterprise. Enterprise have pulled away from PUBG PC, is what I've been told, but this is the Enterprise team. So no change in the physical team, just the logo. So no change there. GR123, these are a mixed batch this evening of Greek players. And they did take game number 1. Game number 2 was taken by SHEESH for anyone who's just joined themselves in. Okay, so let's have a look at the rotations now, as teams are going to start telling us what they believe the end zone is going to look like. Enter that 2-2 split. They were early into this area as well. It's a good play from them. Reload on 20 though, they have pushed themselves up and around slightly as they did pull away from minus, but that 2-2 split again, they're very much hoping for this sort of south to southeast approach. HOWL Zerolag playing in towards ENCE here. They might just try and stop on this sort of a side before they crest over the top. ENCE I think will make enough noise. Will we see HOWL Zerolag though crashing? They've had better placement points though. But let's see if ENCE is going to be able to stop this one. Looks like they actually might have to commit though. Shots coming in. They need to get a knock here. It's going to be a 2-on-4. Yeah, I've got one. It's a 2-on-3 now. Shots backwards and forwards though. It looks like the other ENCE boys are getting in the car. Like they're going to try and tie up and then commit to this other side here. They have got a knockback. The HOWL Zerolag now pushing around on this sort of south side. Oh, sorry, this east to southeast corner. They've now stopped the res as ENCE now do backfill on the other side. ENCE also sticking the res, so it's back to it's now a 4-on-4. And trying to put himself into what I classify as very much an open situation. ENCE crashing in, and they've actually got 1-2, but it's going to be the guys that come out and cause a problem. Missing the first shot. ENCE will spin on him now. Going to cause some problems. They do hold the angle on both sides. It does get one. The second player for ENCE though rapidly coming around here as NNNOOOOO does pick up and save Scav. But HOWL Zerolag though, it's the first time they're dropping out, and it's the first time they're dropping out really, really early. ER123, they're playing on the other side of the road. Not in a good position to crash across here, but found themselves up for a 2-2. We saw them do this first time. Sunshine though playing in on that east hand side. South GG came for a little look at it as well, but they do get the drop and cruise the Vel. We will see the zone potentially anchor up. We see it play here quite a lot. It's ended like loads here recently as well. So I think these teams will be factoring that in. International playing up for San Martin, wrapping around from Hacienda. They want that sort of northwest. They want this field ending as it can pull away this way. And SHEESH though, the only other real team now on that sort of west hand side. A lot of teams now looks like they are favouring for an east approach now. As Foot do come in, Heroic now playing on the top side, Drip Gang are playing on the bottom here. We will have all of our teams now in. It's phase one. We are already seen a team go out. It's quite early doors actually, to be fair. 16 remain, 63 players and 7 minutes on the clock. All store to play for people now. Welcome everyone new to the channel. My name's Mark, aka ELITEeSPORTSEU is my channel name. Most people just call me Mark, so feel free to give us a follow on Twitter at ELITEeSPORTSEU. We try and do as much casting as possible. I've just got a message from PUBG Partner asking me if I want to do some watch parties for PCS7. I 100% will. So I won't be doing any official casting, but I'd love to do a watch party. I might even ask Gibson Cast if he wants to get involved. Little cheeky watch party with friends. Yes, man. South GG having good early games, not able to really get out for that middle section as they do find themselves always kind of split. They get the individual players picked off slightly. They just need to play over. Oh, I have missed this. That is a quick kill in and confirm as reload on 20 with that 2-2 split though. Team Liquid though crashing in. SHEESH, not SHEESH, that's my bad. My dodgy Essex accent, people. Now going to continue to play their way in now. Okay, most teams are kind of comfortable. We're seeing a little bit of fighting now. As most teams, the majority of our teams are very much in this sort of southeast corner. HOWL defending their ways. They do get 2 of the Heroic boys, but then getting stabbed in the back though by Entropiq. Oh, sneeze, bless me. I managed to get to my mic in time to turn it off. So Heroic now is a 2. Entropiq now playing on the top side. HOWL though now receiving the pressure as they wrap away. Again, look at the telltale signs of most of these teams. We could draw a line really across the bat here from that sort of northeast corner down towards that southwest. Most teams think it's going to play in towards this corner here. FaZe though find themselves with international close. Nice. Because this is holding the outside zone shift though. It has come back down to that side, and actually a lot of teams favouring this sort of north side of the road, actually playing back down to Entropiq, who sits centralised now. The right would be happy to not losing 2, but they'd be happy the zones pull back their way. That's a big rotation now. It was, looks like 100 ADR need to play in. ADR with the fucking up the hill. He's managed to get the tyre. are a 3-man. And so we've taken the tabs on how ENCE obviously played themselves over. They're able to take a compound back. And HOWL back to a 2 now after getting stabbed in the back by Entropiq. Now find themselves in a bit of a problem here with ENCE. 2 kills on the board though. Early doors for them. Sunshine going to keep working their way around. South GG on the outside here. And we are seeing FaZe taking their time to rotate themselves in, but they do have multiple teams in front of them. South GG have tied up as a 4. GR 1, 2, 3, they have tied themselves up though. SHEESH now going to wrap themselves around. Foot playing out that sort of east hand side. We do see them now come in towards zone. Most teams are kind of settled here. So R20 though losing 1 early doors. FaZe on the fight though. So FaZe got to come in. They got to try and work out. South GG were 2-2 split. Again, we've seen South GG being issues with this situation when they've been caught out. This is where we're going to see. So South GG, this is the problem. That middle game they've had, they've been really split today. Normally really tight. South GG lurking. The 2 back are holding. They've seen FaZe come over the top. On the other side though, we do see how do we look getting dropped here by Hurt. 1 kill, 1 confirm. And then the first knock here from South GG as well. So we're back and forward. South GG need to tighten themselves up. They have actually picked up FaZe though as a far anchor, so it's going to force them to go back for the res. And those shots though, trying to stop that positioning, will actually maybe guide the grenades coming in. Good nade over the top. Oh, splash damage. Lucky enough to put a med on. He's going backwards and forwards now. Digger's now trying to play up and able to go stick for the res. He's only phase 2. Store. Molly's coming in. Flash coming over the top now. Digger's trying to wrap. As GR those come up from behind. Kill and confirm. FaZe find himself in the back foot in zone again, shifting its way down. So it's actually tightening himself back up. The road is going to be heavy, or the Kowo Canyon, as we was saying the other day in the Kowo Valley. Two shots going across it. They do find themselves wrapping themselves away. Looks like they are trying to find themselves back better in towards a zone. Okay, most teams are kind of in. We've got a couple of holds here now. So we've got GR 1, 2, 3 going to hold. South GG done the right thing. They've wrapped themselves around. FaZe, who we're with at the moment, they need to figure out how they come in. R20, reload on 20. Going to again hold the compound. Lucky enough the zone's playing very much towards them. Oh, we're just about to say the lurker here for Sunshine might get caught here. International want to try and hold, though. We do find though Drip Gang getting themselves in, but the last player will take some heavy shots from in though, trying to get in. 100 ADR on the other side, causing problems because they are in a huge dip between these two teams. They come over one side, they got this fight with 100 ADR. They're playing the other side though. They're going to try and take the action here potentially from INT. So International need to also play in. They do have tied themselves up, and FaZe, I feel like these guys are going to have to try and maybe move themselves in and try and crash the compound. Maybe they do find a slight widget of zone that might hold. On the other side though, she's going to try and play out on the other side. Entropiq long distance shots. And how do we look though? Entropiq, who have been in a compound which is kind of on a bit of a burn. You tend to find teams get like get bullied in this sort of area, but they're actually maximizing the ability around there. GR though, 1, 2, 3 though, breaking up. HOWL though, fighting still as a 2 as they are causing the damage. Nade come over the top, and that's a great nade, despite Entropiq doing the damage. SHEESH though are on the wrap forward. They're trying to take a huge dip off of zone now. SHEESH have lost one. HOWL going down in 16th place, and don't forget we're phase 3, nearly phase 4. And we've got 16 teams, 14 teams, 15 teams, 14 teams going down. As yeah, we do see GR123 game number 1 winners and strong finish for game 2, actually leaving this game quite early doors. Entropiq though might have been hunting for that one, understanding that the players who were in front. Sunshine though, as FaZe do crash in for the low side compound, they're literally dodging him between the barricades though. Sunshine are as a 2 as they are in the compound. Oh, when he goes to the first, and they just waited for him as well. They're sticking the res, and now trying to play forward though, as they're going to go for the first themselves. Sunshine down to a 1. 0 kills, just trying to get that point on the board. But look at, you can see in the corner of my eye. Oh my god. South, GG, AWM. Oh, is it? I thought it was on that compound. I thought it was waiting for that fight. FaZe trying to take on the one man, the one army. So 3-on-1 here. No need to even push in. Good nades coming down. They are actually taking a fair fight here. As R20 do take the opportunity to get across. They have got a knock though. His demon goes back out. And we're going down to the 1 man. Get some shots on. Not enough though, as they tab out 13th place here. FaZe working hard. They've controlled that top side. Now they've got to deal with the AWM coming in from South. GG. Oh, that is a heavy shot coming through. How did he not get the knock there? Zone shift going back to the Koho Canyon. And how do we look? They look like they're 1 man, no kills, and they're waiting for Foot to come by the window. But no need to overextend. They could potentially wait this one out. As we do have a look at the bigger picture in zone, we are seeing more fight on the outside here. They're getting a knock on ENCE. We do see Grid now. I'm going to try and get the confirm. ENCE are high ground on him. Just picked up his boy. But they're knocked though. They get confirmed. It looks like 100 ADR getting confirmed by down out. Entropiq though, Team Liquid though have caused the remaining damage though on 100 ADR, and the nades are raining out here. ENCE do play back towards their compound. Team Liquid though trying to stick the res as the 2-man heroic are still pushing forward. No kills on the board so far for them, but they are looking for the third party, and they are split at the moment. 1 man versus Team Liquid. There's one. Actually, Entropiq doing another. He'll be reading that kill feed now. Knows that that's not his knock. Trying to get this steal. Oh, Entropiq clearing up Team Liquid, but heroic stealing 2. Actually, nah, stealing 1. Hard work on the other. Drip Gang though got at 9th, and we do now see SHEESH though taking the fight with Foot on the other side. ENCE though have done international, so they did lose 1 though to the boys, but they control the 3rd. We are going to see the fight now on the other side. Oh, Foot coming over the top of SHEESH though. She's down. Foot playing back in. Put that on the hold. There's that quick confirm. Entropiq though, they've been causing huge problems for the teams today. They want to get the fair party. I think Entropiq want to play for the win now, as I can hear the action unfolding this side. They are coming for a little lurk here. Lugrox is top side though. See Cubido playing around. SHEESH though gotta deal with this fight quick. Nade's coming out there down after coming off the bat of a strong game. Now they're getting shot in the back again, and Cubido see nailed up though, done the damage. QB wrapping behind. 3 kill for SHEESH. Last team on left. We are 6 teams up. Nade's coming over from Foot. They want to try and deal the damage. Into the smoke it goes. Cubido wrapping himself around. There's 1. Good shots on for the 2nd, down to 50s. They are just continuing to battle forward here. SHEESH though, who is game number 2 winners and strong kills as well. Can't find himself out this sort of southeast corner. 0 kills, smoke's burning, but going to be sticking the res and actually carrying our boy back and understanding the Entropiq wave is coming. And now playing forwards. Oh, 3 kill though. Able to get the knock. Foot and not for close enough. Take the fight. South GG over the top. FaZe though do get a kill and confirm. Looks like ENCE. Also looking for that third party action. Scav just on the outside lurking, playing the blue in. FaZe who have had an uphill battle the whole way. There's one down as they do get the knockback though, but with that split here. Oh, and ENCE though putting a massive nail in the blue on FaZe. You have to really turn these guys around. And actually, what was an outstanding rap now might be the death of FaZe boys. FaZe now continue to move forward. After GG though on the back burner. ENCE though causing a problem. FaZe having Cyclops though having to move forward down to 50s, down to 1s, and he's down and out as we do see ENCE put a huge nail in the coffin though for the FaZe guys. South GD though now still up as they just lose one towards ENCE. Again, a team that is going to want to try and play heavy kills. 9 points on the board, 4 teams remain, and we are seeing only FaZe fast. And what a different game we're seeing this one, guys. Entropiq 4-man up. Foot 4-man up. South GG down and do a cheeky one as they are seeing a little bit of a sandwich coming in. 10 kills on for ENCE. These guys are going to be on a form. Entropiq on a cheeky 9. Foot's on a 7. And I think South GG's picked up a couple. Yeah, they're only on the 2. But this is going to be the problem now for them. We are going to see Foot playing up over the upper. There's 1, there's 2, double taps, and they go down and out. Foot pick up 1. ENCE have got the other without a knock because they didn't get it in. Entropiq down and ENCE. We're going to see the rain of this sort of west hand side now unfold. But the long distance shots though coming in. Battle does. Lucarux though just comes out sleeping. But gets tabbed down. Foot causing a huge pain now. For ENCE. There's 1, there's 2. Nade's coming down. Did he release that nade in time? I don't think he did. I think he dropped it. He did. The Scav though unable to try and get the confirm. Down to 2 teams. Entropiq are as a 3. And Foot, they've got to get moving here. They've got to put themselves on their feet to move in towards a position. They are wrapping around on the sort of northwest side. I believe Entropiq should be able to stick the res in time. As Lucarux though will get another chance to fight. There is an orc sitting right next to him. And they're able to capitalize on this though. Entropiq though and Foot powerhouses so far. And Entropiq though have been causing a huge issue for these teams, for most teams. Most teams this evening. So Foot now trying to play themselves in. We are seeing a fight though in the sort of corner. QB now again, keep it just on the feet all the time, consistently moving. Foot though getting the first knock. There's 1 back. It's 3 on 3. Nail up though has to move. He's the guy that can cause the difference, but he has to get in a position to fight. Down to a 2. I expect him to get the knock here. His Foot do put it back to a 2 on 2. Oh, nice great. Oof. Back to a 2 on 2. Now just going to get back in the fight. Look right, they're playing through the middle. Foot might be able to stick the res on. Nailip's the guy. This is the moment that one guy can change it. If Foot get the res in, they're going to put back into the favour a team that stays tight. Gotta get this knock here. Look, he pushes what he has. Back to a 2 on 2. So actually a 3 on 2 as they're able to actually stick the res on. Great nades. Down to a 1-man. Actually gone back and forward the other way. Entropiq surely going to close it this evening. Game number 3 laying down. Ibis does huge damage for 73 and actually clutches it up though. Winning chicken dinner. Entropiq taking our final Miramar map. Do you know what? Entropiq though causing huge issues actually for these teams. not even played in that compound. They played around that compound, and they were consistently batting away, trying to get the third-party action, picking up the kills, and they raked a huge amount of some points. Pretty much nearly everyone. And Lucarux, though, he had the opportunity, he had the knocks as well, but pretty much everyone putting 4 on the board there. So yeah, good plays from them, taking get match number 3. Let's look at the action replay, though. And they're obviously playing down Footdo, sticking the res, suddenly in Entropiq, and while we're waiting, the game started to play down. He was key, though, to get whip around and get those knocks, and he did. Actually gone down for 23 himself, so Footdo putting the damage on. Good nade, though, through the middle, though, as Ivis causing the damage. And then the final player there for trying to play through, but Ivis on form, down for 73s, goes back, goes for a little cheeky repeat as he stands up. Bam, thank you very much. And then wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I was taking, I believe it's 2, and then with the last one going down, now look, taking the win. Good shouts, though, as we did see ENCE cause huge problems for even for teams like FaZe after their outstanding wrap on the outside. So a little bit of backwards and forwards, very technical ending, but that is what we get from that northeast first zone. He's got it all to play for. Anyway, that was round number 3. Let's have a quick advert break. We're going to bring up our last 3 matches now, which will be a wrangle, and I'll see you guys in a second.
A new gun, car, and gear for Destin. An item spawn rebalance for Sanhok. A custom lobby. And a new collaboration with a killer franchise. All this and more as we dive into the Update 19.1 patch report. First up, Destin is getting filled out with additional goodies to make your next drops even more fun. Starting now, you can pick up the new MP9 SMG to supplement those short to mid-range engagements with an accurate and reliable weapon. The Armored Pillar security vehicle is also now on the map, offering speed, protection, and flashy lights for survivors in need. Once you're on the scene, you can use the new blue chip detector to hone in on survivors near you, but beware that there's a little bit of a delay between each update. If you find yourself under fire, deploy the new folded shield for a stationary, bulletproof barrier. This new item is carried in your inventory and cannot be picked back up once deployed. Oh, and it can be found outside of Destin also, so keep your eyes peeled. And speaking of items, Sanhok is getting a pretty big item spawn change this update. There are a lot of numbers here, but the gist is that DMRs, SRs, LMGs, PANs, and some mid-range scopes are all getting greatly increased. More level 2 gear will spawn in place of some level 1, and you'll be able to find boosts and EMT gear easy. To see all the big numbers for yourself, head on over to patch notes. We've got a few extra things packed in this update as well. Stalk your enemies on Haven during the PUBG and Assassin's Creed collaboration event. We'll not only have a fun game mode for you to play, but we'll also have some awesome Assassin's Creed skins available as well. Check out that post for all the details. Plus, users can now customize their survivor base and show it off as their lobby screen. You choose the weapons and vehicle skins to display, so make it your own. And if you're in search of new skins to display, the workshop has new imprints for you to craft, so start unlocking the newly added legacy skins. Finally, cooperative modes are no longer linked to just your squad. Break into a dance with anyone you want starting this update. That's quite a bit to pack into a video already, so make sure you swing by the patch notes to check out the full details on everything above. Update 19.1 is here, so pack your piece, load up some new gear, and hit the beat in your new squad car. Just watch out for assassins. We'll see you on the battlefields.
Get ready, survivors. Another PUBG partner drop is on its way. And we've got the perfect guide to help get you set up and ready to start earning those watch rewards. Now enough sitting around, let's dive in. First, you'll want to create a crafting account if you don't have one already. Setting it up is as easy as going to PUBG.com and clicking the login button in the upper right corner. Under the login button, click Create Account and fill in the required fields to sign up. Click the cog next to the Logout button to view the linked accounts page. In the platform section, find where you play PUBG and click Link Now. Linking may differ from platform to platform, so make sure to follow their individual instructions closely. Once your platform is linked, return to the linked accounts page and scroll down to your linked accounts. Here you'll see a list of services. Find your stream platform and click Link Now. Now that you're linked up, you're ready to start earning rewards by completing watch missions. You can find participating streamers and schedules for drops announcements on PUBG.com. Or you can head over to your streaming platform and search for the PUBG Battlegrounds page. Here, you'll see a variety of channels. Look out for streamers with the Drops Enabled tag, or use the search to filter for partner streams. Time for the best part, watching streams to earn rewards. Drops Enabled channels have certain watch conditions you'll need to fulfill before being able to claim them. You can view these conditions and your progress through the Drops information in the top right corner. Once you satisfy the conditions, the claim button automatically appears. Click it and claim your rewards. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Fire up PUBG and check out your new loot. Rewards vary from weapon skins, clothing items, crafting materials, and more, so you always want to look out for the next drop if you want to stay ahead of the game. Alright survivors, that's everything you need to know about partner drops. Watch streams and watch your back out there. I'll see you on the battlegrounds.
Oh, wow. Miramar's actually, all three games quite technically different. We saw a longer game period, a longer game period actually for game one, and from phase 4 or 5 we saw a huge drop of players. We kind of saw the same actually in match number 2, where actually the zone shift pulling away, forcing teams in, but really good tactical decisions being made by the IGLs to try and control the game out, and actually SHEESH actually having to actually hard fight in. They came off the blue, they had to play off that hillside, they had to play in onto HOWL Zerolag, and then had to then take the fight after we did see the GR123 guys around playing. Then that third game though, Entropiq just came into form, like came into a strong form, full stack for them. But let's have a look how that changed our leaderboard. Leaderboard though, as it stands though, Entropiq though with that game sending themselves through to number 1. GR123 after winning game number 1 and holding a good position for game 2. Dropped out early round number 3. They're now in 2. ENCE are sitting in 3rd place. SHEESH though are in 4th as Foot do pull up on 5th. FaZe now dropping on 6th. HOWL in 7th. Team Liquid over in 8th. And Heroic though are picking up on 9th place. The only guys on the left hand side of the leaderboard with single kill feed is Heroic. Unfortunately for them, they lost 2 quite early on that game. Anyway, that's enough of the sandy shores of Miramar. It's going to be the technical games from our Greenlands of Erangel. Let's load the plane. I'll see you guys in just 2 seconds. Here we go, match number 4 with mates.gg EU or PUBG EU Scrims. My name is Mark, aka ELITEeSPORTSEU. Welcome everyone to the channel. Thank you for the follows, thank you for the support, thank you for the love, and more importantly, thank you for everyone that is in chat. It's always good. Let me know who you are supporting. But with match number 4, what we can't support is a good, strong flight path, as we have a west down towards a southeast, and it is horrid. Again, like our flight path for number 3, it's going to force, I think, some of the IGLs to think, actually, hold on, where could the zone placement go? I think a lot of teams might be thinking that it's going to be a military zone based on this flight path alone. You got to think, even if it crests over here, it's going to crest and still have like this sort of prison milter, but still have that military in maybe. Otherwise, we'll see an early crest on that sort of west hand side. Could go middle and play down for more of a south central, but I think we'll have to wait and see. Most teams are now and out. We are seeing Sunshine though taking the early shots though as they land hospital roof, but unable to get the knock though, as we do see our coaches tab ourselves out. Look at them all going down, all facing towards the west. Right, a little bit of Entropiq versus Foot though, and it has gone more of a central, a little bit of military in, very much a snowmobile situation though, and we might have an early crash as Entropiq do land in, and it does it. The boys are going up high yet, so they're actually not landing down. These guys will want to try and play up towards the sort of lumberyard area. Big Rocks though taking the shots. Gonna try and catch the player as he comes down. Gotta be wary now of time. So Entropiq though coming out from Milton Power. Foot though playing up towards that sort of prison. These guys are they're only a 3. They've had a lag. They've had a disconnect. HOWL though, they are playing and we're going to be out of the way. They must come back in on zone. How do we look though? North side of Rozuk. ENCE though, their normal drop down is Severny, so it looks like they're trying to play themselves up, maybe get some loot, come back down. Heroic out in North Georgiaport, or sorry, South Georgiaport, sorry, North Georgiaport is clear. Sunshine now taking hospital. Down below that we do have 180 arm. They do have a split here between HOWL Zerolag, in between them, in between the swamp area, down towards Ferrypier, across towards the 12 stacks though we have a GR123. Military's been taken up by Drip Gang, and out in towards Novo we do have SHEESH, who are out by Novo slight spin. ENCE though with a 2-man hold. Yeah, but they've also had a log out as well, so the final was kind of late here, so dropping themselves down. They've actually pushed out for military. South GG are on Snake Road or S Road, and we have Team Liquid taking the middle ground, followed by R20 who are out in the sort of Gatka and South Chopstick area. It's gonna be it's gonna be interesting play. Will it go military? Mostly not. I have seen it play military from here before. South Petrinki Hills can be hot. Snowmobile will be hot as well. There's gonna be some key areas. These sort of got this sort of open area trying to catch teams rotating around. Again, where Astro is, these compounds are gonna be key for teams. I think we're gonna see a lot of teams trying to hopefully get donut up. We have a lot of water in play, so we know it needs to play away from the water. The question is at what time? Zone 1, Zone 2 is that random phase. We might see it potentially play out after that, but again, it's all real to play for. It's just whether they want to try and catch it up. Kind of key actually to have a look at some teams though, as we've got obviously ENCE, and we do have our mixed team, our GR guys who are they are 3rd and 2nd at the moment, but I think it'd be worth our while just to have a little butchers at. Have they got it in the tank to potentially chase and catch up with Entropiq here? So ENCE though, we are seeing them with 26 kills compared to GR123 who are sitting on 21. Don't forget GR though have actually got a clutch. They've actually got a chicken dinner, but so close though on the damage. Look at that, there's 13 points in it. Average placement though, ENCE though topping it against GR, and then because you remember they went out early doors on that other round, and then average points though right across the bat. So both teams are putting themselves in a position, but is it enough really to catch Entropiq after that early doors sort of launch there from game number 3? And JDR have got a loss here now, and we have reload on 20 though. Actually might be catching him. Now he is actually in a position where they need to maybe get over to him though, but 100 need to focus, but they can't drop the ball. They can't allow the 3 players now to catch up on him. They're going over the top. Just continuing to try and hold here. The rest of the boys need to try and get over this gap. Team Liquid though, they've come out of the Chinky, but they've gone on the hill. But they've also gone down to the blue too, so they'll be able to have a line down here. There's that confirmed though, as they do get their first kill on 180 yard. They only do get a secondary knock, as he is causing huge issues though. They eventually do get out and tag him, but the cost though losing 2. They should crash themselves over now. But the biggest concern is that concern up there. And this concern down here is Team Liquid getting the shots now through. Get a knock. So they are getting tabs in the back. Looks like they are going to give up on their plan. On the other side, the 180 are unable to get the reses in yet. They should be able to stick it now because the pressures come from Team Liquid. Looks like 180 might be able to reserve themselves back to a 3. Team Liquid though on a hold though. That is VAR, by the way, if anyone doesn't know. Cool. I'll call him Gorsi because it's a team tag. Oh, it's the tag of the player, but that is VAR playing this evening. HOWL Zerolag, they're coming across down towards the south side. They're going to take the trenches. They have come away from the sort of west hand side. Heroic, they're taking the highways. We have Sunshine now playing it over the highway, a little bit higher actually, taking the road. And that tyre is in rags now. Sunshine continues to move up. How do we look though? They're coming for the top. HOWL on Potato Hill. South GG though, they've played it a little bit more from that that east hand side towards the west. FaZe though taking that dangerous spot there. To double split though from a 2-2 from GR123. They're unsure which way the zone might play, but they want to give themselves enough options though. On that sort of military side, we do have they have got themselves back to a 3. They had a lag out. They're pushing across that west hand bridge. We do have Drip Gang though playing that side as well. SHEESH though, they're actually moving across as Entropiq comes south of the bridge, and we might see a slight clash of heads now. Entropiq actually going for a send over, and SHEESH actually getting out the car. SHEESH though getting the first knock as Entropiq though do stop on the other side of the road. They've got to continue to keep the pressure on as Entropiq have lost one. You've got to going down to a 1-shot. I was rapping on this sort of other side though, but EP, aka SHEESH, aka Enterprise, causing some difficulties here. Remember, the Entropiq player is high and he's going to be cleared out, and he does get cleared out. He did try to wrap himself up. Entropiq staying on this sort of, I suppose, the zone side of Military Island. But yeah, interesting play. I think they've come for the safer rotation after taking that strong win. And they now want to try and ensure they can get themselves back into the battle, but they've got to deal with SHEESH now. Right, a 3-1 split for them. Wendy's though is out on his Todd. But we've seen some outstanding bulky shots though from the boys already. And guys, the Man United Liverpool game has kicked off, so please let me know what the score is. I want to keep up to date with the football. Just slam it in chat. A bit of a footy head, mate. Careful with those tyres there. Danny though holding this angle. Great tabs as Iverstone puts him down to 2s. Have to force him back. Now again, she's the team that's on the back side of zone now. They've got to think about how they come in. They do have a 3-man Entropiq in front. I think it's about getting another knock and maybe getting a push. Iverstone trying to tap those tyres to ensure these guys can't play out. Iverstone using the time now to wrap himself out a little bit further. They do know they've got the split of the player. Luke Ruxto on the right hand side. He's key to stop the teams crossing over. Entropiq do have their car safe, so again they have the option to move away and disengage from this fight. I don't know what their loot's like. The SHEESH though on the whole this side. For the smoke spread as he does now cross over. Oh, actually losing one to zone. I think he's got the meds in hand. Entropiq going to use the time now to back away. That is I'm going to feel a smart player. They're definitely going to get to their player. They want to try and take the fight now for the later game. Zone shift actually has played back down more south. So look at the water zone playing in. You'd expect it to go north still. FaZe getting a knock on HOWL. International trying to hold us. HOWL Zerolag are going for a full crash on the boys now. Themselves into hard cover. Oh! Actually hitting the player. Grant's having to stick a full med on. And the remaining players actually fully out though on the other side. Grant's the last guy. Let's see what he can do. Grant trying to wheel and deal as best he can. Flash coming out. They're going to stack up on one. Oh, he's trying to go for the drop shot. Cheeky, cheeky. As they do double tag on both sides here. Reload 20 going out to 100 ADR. Who were on a bit of a back burner. But International now out on the bridge by themselves. Have to try and survive this one out. South GG with a 2-2 split. They do take the ridge line. Trying to control everything on the top side. And they are also trying to get involved in this fight on the 12 stacks. 100 ADR been defending that compound. We do see Team Liquid. They've retreated back towards that South GG hill. How do we look though? They've gone for the corner crest though of that Pachinki. On the outside though, we have Sunshine played across. We did see a little bit of a tinkering potential battle between them on the highway and Heroic. Heroic going for the wrap on that west hand side. ENCE playing up Potato Hill. And we do see Foot are just in the middle of them. But I think a team that gets underrated a lot of the time, but always really in end zone. Yeah, they might not hoover up as many kills as we do see, but again, the team very much to watch. Being caught out slightly as they're free. They had a lag out here to try and get them sealed out. They are getting hounded a little bit here. We need to get momentum now from the car as he does. How do we look though? Hitting for 21s on 33. Going to push themselves over, but ENCE actually finalising this one up. Drip though on the other side. I've got Entropiq as they now go down to a 2. Quick kill confirmed there. Org in hand. They go for a straight drive fight, but he's able to tuck another one. But the rest of his team are not close enough though. They are further back here. Quick kill confirmed. He needs to finish off Luke Bucks, but I think he's done enough now. Hence, after having a strong game, down to a 1 now. Going to try and push himself across, but I don't know if he's aware that actually he's Zerolag, a 2-2 split between the petrol garage and over on the hillside. South GG though capitalizing on GR, who was sitting as a 2-2 split, getting 1, and then we do see FaZe on the very much now the northeast corner of the zone. HOWL sitting in a dip. Team Liquid sitting in a prime spot in that sort of South Pachinki side. South GG, look at they're trying to get as much as they can. Entropiq though going to try and hold the bridges. Drip Gang hold the only team now out in military. But going for a full send, bless him. ENCE are chasing. Be very hard. Zone shift going down. Does leave a lot of water in. Needs to play across. Hey, this trench is going to be crucial. Again on the other side, this sort of field area. If teams can't leave it late now, Heroic already on the move. And it has played further down a lot. Again, like a lot of teams here, I thought it was going to end in this area. Now playing further away. South GG going to have to go very hard. They can't allow teams to crash in between. We're going to see a couple of teams maybe take the outside. There's going to be some key areas though on this sort of ridge line. Is it HOWL Zerolag need to make a decision if they store holders at 2-2, and this here is going to be key. HOWL Zerolag now getting crashed as we do see HOWL playing in from behind. Might be a call to play back, you know. They are playing in. Heroic, they're already getting themselves here. Can't believe the trench is still clean. So Heroic should be checking it out, and I think these guys will feel how they're taking the petrol garage. FaZe taking that gap early. GR 1, 2, 3. They're going to be happy they've had the compound for some time. Out in the field though, how do we look? They're playing in as they go for a 2-2 split. Mate, it's going to be horrible to get in. There's down 1. This is going to be a pounding from the side. He might just want to lay in between those two. ENCE going for the 12 stacks as they now go for a full send of South GG, who are also split as well. South GG just sending a nade in and retreating back to the underground bunker. As ENCE do find themselves in. South GG have lost 1 foot though, do get a kill. Not got to confirm as they have crashed out on zone here. Trying everything they can. SHEESH though from behind. Jenny's on 23, and from the front, FaZe clearing out. ENCE though wheeling and dealing. South GG holding their line. Sunshine though, there's not be much sunshine out in our field. There's going to be a lot of action. Heroic though, early rotation for them. This is where these teams are going to lose these cars. They have to pray the zone comes back to them. SHEESH though could play this little ridge they can hold here though. South GG also needs to come through. Entropiq though swimming over as we see Drip Gang now on the other side of the bridge. No need to overextend here, and we do have International though causing the damage. Actually got one of the HOWL guys there. HOWL. Ooh. Actually caught these guys out in the split. ENCE though with another knock. South GG. And they're actually nearly going down, taking the damage. Nookie though, looking running around like he's parkour on the roof. Gav trying to play the east side of the buildings. Squeeze gonna wrap himself in around ENCE though, playing on the other side as they do want to try and take out where they've got the damage. It's blood. So they're wrapping around one way. Zone placement has gone back out. There's that trench. I said it was going to be key. South GG just trying to do everything they can now stop. They've got one. But oh my god, how do we look? Surviving out on that side of the field. Got one apiece. South GG, one man. That's surely wrap himself back in. Use the cover of the compounds. Crawl out. How do we look? ENCE do get the res on. Might be holding that push around. Both these teams now need to move in. There's not much for them to move into as we are seeing Sunshine taking a ditch attempt now in. They're going to try and take the little tanks that are down below them. HOWL though have a knock and two knocks actually. They need to try and get in. HOWL holding heavy ground. FaZe holding heavy ground as well. GR though with a knock though. And now taking it from the compound out. It's going to be very, very quick. We are 15 teams. We're coming on phase 4 to 5. 41 up. 17:45 on the clock. SHEESH though crashing in behind. And they are trying to take the compound away here from GR. Zerolag though. Zerolag, sorry. Going down now. Oh my god. Johnny though ripped in. But just getting the med on at the wrong time. Wendy though getting caught in between the vehicle. Can't move out though as he does get out. Have to move that car. Might want to stick a smoke over the top of him. We are 1, 2, 3. Game 1 winners down to 1 man, 1 kill, and 14 teams store up. SHEESH though, team that crashed in. South GG going down in 4 teams, so we are now descending on teams. ENCE clears that one. They've got to move themselves in, but again, it's going to be such a horrible movement now. Even for how do we look, it does not look good for these boys out here in the field. Only chance it's got is getting the vehicle moving, but it's going to be horrible. ENCE going to try and go for a crash as they are now playing in. HOWL going to try and stop us. ENCE could go past them. There's one. ENCE continue to go through. Is get another one. His last guy left. Can ENCE hold it? They can. He picks up a nice little cheeky 2-pack actually. As HOWL pick up 1. Team Liquid also crashing in on the compound. So she's Team Liquid, and we do have a 1-man GR 1, 2, 3. Our mixed team holding up. He showed, oh, and FaZe, I speak too soon. There's a 4-man battle hitting the compound. FaZe take the top side as they come in and take the bigger building away from both these teams. Zone shift is going to happen. 12 seconds on the clock. Sunshine, though, getting caught out. They did try to play out, but Heroic, though, have held them. 6 seconds, 5. We're going to go on the map. Wait for the zone out to shift. It's going to shift shortly away. Come on. Wow. Have FaZe put themselves in a bad situation? That zone shift coming away. Heroic, that trenches, outstanding area. Heroic surely going to clean up here. Surely this is the play. This is what they need. Have FaZe done a crazy move? Will this actually allow them to rake in huge amounts of kills? Have given up that hill? Has that been a problem? As we are now seeing Heroic though literally close the door across where FaZe was sitting here before. Would have stopped this one. Yeah, they would have had a potential 2-2 battle, but it's also allowing HOWL to play up on this sort of northeast corner. This is where I would have thought FaZe might have just held, just waited a little bit. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 down to 1 shot. So this Team Liquid trying to crest in on the east. Mollies. It's going to spread, and then Team Liquid want to control that. 10th place though for GR 1, 2, 3. Our Greek mixed team. They will continue to move forward. Names going through as FaZe do pick up clip. Ball playing through, aka Vard. And HOWL though on the outside. They've got 1. Blissey's down. Clip's been confirmed. Vard, last guy left now. And this is on the other side though. FaZe are causing issues for both these teams really. Vard though is sticking the res as Clip does get confirmed. Blissey's down. But could be able to get Chris, as the nades are coming through thick and fast. That bounce might even happen. Oh, closing the door. Sheesh playing in. And he's in rags. They're going to go out and wrap behind now. HOWL, though, causing the problems. They're up on his top side. And FaZe, I feel like it's going to just maybe hoover the kills in. HOWL, though, they've pushed over across. You can see, look how close they are to Page, though, as he's overextended. Entropiq, though. You're across Entropiq is just lurking. HOWL, another kill confirmed. FaZe have picked one up. As SHEESH, they go lose one. Blissey, last guy left. Trying to play forward. Oh, SHEESH going down, 9th place. We're in the point pot now. Takes in guard up. Goal. Fair account. Molly's going through. They've got to try and control our FaZe now. Demon's holding the right hand angle. Zone's going to play 16 seconds on it before it does tuck itself in. Entropiq, though, is going to get tabbed out. Surely he has. Yeah, he has gone down and out. Heroic actually getting the tabs. Oh, Mixie. He's going to run straight to fire. It's going to do him. Oh, he's just done in time. Hard waiting. Oh. Oh, so FaZe, though, able to hold out all the teams in the compound and capitalize on kills and still remain as a 4. But HOWL, they've wrapped themselves in and backfield where these guys played down for the compound. I'm still keen to understand whether that was the best move from FaZe or whether it might be the downfall, as HOWL have been disciplined and they are holding the top of the hill. Zone placement has gone back down towards sort of Team Heroic, and Page obviously did stretch across that sort of east-hand side of our hill. He's sitting in that sort of bowl. HOWL coming up. HOWL. Good shots though. Great ulti rain. And HOWL. Oh, they're going to capitalize on the rest of the kills. 10 for them. Another great tab for 61. Nade's going to roll down. Demon's already out as he takes the containers. Nade's going bouncing back off the car. That's got one surely. FaZe down to a 2-man now as Diggers has to try and get out. Smoke's going to play out. 8 kills though for FaZe, and the international though have gone out as Drip Gang able to get the kill on this. Demon's last guy left. He's come off the blue, and that's her. Going to try and stick as much time as he can on. That's going to chunk in though. Demon's down for 4. He's only got one way to go forward. That's forward. And HOWL have hold FaZe. They did go for the backfill here. 4 teams remain. Drip Gang though on 3. Team we haven't really watched too much so far. They went out a little bit early in the Miramar game, sticking well as they did drop military and played themselves across. They managed to pick up one of the Entropiq guys, but also losing one to the Entropiq. They rolled through there. They then played across on the bridge, and they've cleared out international and worked over from Ferry Pier on the sort of south side. HOWL now playing across. Good tabs, and actually the tabs backs and forwards though. Zaz gets 71. 3 kills on the board though. Heroic though clear out HOWL, and then we do go down to the top 3 teams. So Heroic are 4-man ADR, 100 ADR as a 2, and Drip Gang are as a 2 as well. 4 kills on the board. Okay, let's go. We've got our Heroic guys. Did say a trench would be killer. When that zone shifted down, I was like, mate, trench all day. Heroic quick push towards this area. They've just able to hold out. The team's playing in. Only team now remain on that sort of north side of the road. They do favour the zone, but it is very much only phase 6. It can play either way. You kind of would think Heroic could try and take it. We don't know where they might split or where they might try and take the fight. I suppose at this point they're going to know that it's 2 teams that have been fighting this way. They've been taking punch shots at 100 ADR for a while. Zone shifting down. Unfortunately, though, for Drip Gang, it's a push for them. Settings, I got settings. I love when people type in settings. I'm not a good player, people. Trust me. Drip King rotating around. it's hard. You got to think about the zone, right? They want to get in over here. Now 100 ADR will see him. Now they either try and block him out and play up. But again, the further they come round on this sort of west hand side, well, eventually as they come down here, Heroic will see their feet. They could go for a ditch attempt and try and play for the compound. I think no matter what they do, it's going to be quite hard. Heroic are trying to move forward though, as they are crossing over and putting a bit of a cover down. That though is going to favour those. Drip actually picked up one, so Heroic though down to a 3, and Drip should be able to control it quick. They have as well. Giving away their position. Brexy though is going to have to wrap away and watch this sort of southeast corner now on his own. Oh, it's going to be a hard push though. Again, 100 AR no, they've got the zone control. As long as Heroic don't aggress into them, they're going to want to try and take it. I don't think he's going to try and get himself over to this window here to try and take the fight. There we go. After the knockdown, all raining shots down. Able to get the knockdown, but Heroic causing the problem, forcing them around and Drip Gang going out. It was always going to be hard for them though, as 100 ADR knew they had to try and take the fight. It's a 3-on-2 though, because Drip Gang though did take one down. They have the strength for the compound, but I don't think they got the strength for the zone. Phase 7 here, and we do have a 3-man Heroic and a 2-man 100 ADR. 7 kills on for Heroic though, and 100 ADR. You pick up another pack as they get 6 on the board. These guys can wait it out. Just wait for zone. Zone shift coming down. Oh, it's actually still crested. They still got it 100 ADR. We are going to go to the white. It surely should slow down completely now. 100 ADR don't need to move. I think they're going to be questioning, like, do we just tap out to zone? Or do we go? Again, if they get a knock, though, you know what? I'd play it. I would always play it. But they've got to get the angles. Good thing that Heroic have tightened themselves back up though, so they've moved themselves over to the sort of northwest corner. They want to ensure they stay tight for the end zone. Page obviously was pushing the card down to put some hard cover down a bit closer, giving them an anchor point down. Whether they knew exactly where the Drip Gang was, not quite sure. But obviously with the focused attention from 100 ADR and Drip Gang at that point, unfortunately he went down, and 100 and Drip Gang had the angle on him. Looking for that bolty shot. Heroic, they've got to play down a bit though. They're the team that hasn't really got the angles when it comes down for zone at the moment. They're both watching the one player. Smoke going to come down, so they're going to move their way in. Rookies have played away from that angle, so he might put Bolty Man in a position actually where he doesn't know where the player is. So getting tabs, he might go back and recheck that player now, making sure they're not holding the angle on the other side. Just up to whether the guys can actually see. Do you know what? I think he's seen the player move down, so might see Bolty Man now getting the ability to wrap all the way around. Looks like they're cooking their smokes, ready to go. There we go. He's going to go dot. And JDR will have the time now to ensure they can take the shots now. First, I think Heroic are going to be the first team that's going to have to move. But they've got the better cover. After a period of time, the smoke's going to come down. Heroic now need to continue to play their way in. This is where 100 ADR need to get a knock. From the other way though, and the knock does come in, and it comes in from Heroic. It is a 3-on-1 at this point. We might see Heroic try and overextend here. Oh, he's got one back. Can he get another kill on the board? He's going to drive for it. He can. 7 kills on. Okay, actually need a different player now to think about how he plays out for the rest of the zone. Might even try and get the smokes out and wait for the zone to touch. Can he get another knock? Can he do the damage? Nade's coming over the top, knock Nova. Actually, Nade's gone back. Not too bad. Let's extend himself out. Needs to get that knocked out. Nades continue to rain through, and I don't even want to contend it. Nades coming over as T-Duff puts a point on the board, and Heroic actually get 9 kills and a chicken dinner. God, that quick movement from Heroic though, taking that trench line. Great vision to see the game out from there. And they extended across to the east. I'm still puzzled a bit why FaZe crashed into that compound and it allowed HOWL to actually backfill him. But they did clear up that compound well, as we did see GR123, Team Liquid and SHEESH play in. But because they lost that hill coverage and HOWL backfilled them from the petrol garage, they actually found themselves quite a hard hill to climb and out. But good ending, quite technical for our first Miramar, Erangel out of Miramar. Bit of a different play. Let's look at our action replay though. And there we go. So obviously it was hard, very, very, very hard to try and play out from this one and try and work their way down. But you know what? It's not bad. They're going to have to continue to work through. He gets a knock. He puts it down to a 2-on-1. The zone, unfortunately, is going to play. But good shout. He is continuing to move forward. He's continuing to try and take as much as he can. But yeah, GG's on that one. But Heroic, though, already got the position. And they're able to take the game number 4. Right, advert break. Round 5 coming up. See you guys in a second.
A new gun, car, and gear for Destin. An item spawn rebalance for Sanhok. A custom lobby. And a new collaboration with a killer franchise. All this and more as we dive into the Update 19.1 patch report. First up, Destin is getting filled out with additional goodies to make your next drops even more fun. Starting now, you can pick up the new MP9 SMG to supplement those short to mid-range engagements with an accurate and reliable weapon. The Armored Pillar security vehicle is also now on the map, offering speed, protection, and flashy lights for survivors in need. Once you're on the scene, you can use the new blue chip detector to hone in on survivors near you, but beware that there's a little bit of a delay between each update. If you find yourself under fire, deploy the new folded shield for a stationary, bulletproof barrier. This new item is carried in your inventory and cannot be picked back up once deployed. Oh, and it can be found outside of Destin also, so keep your eyes peeled. And speaking of items, Sanhok is getting a pretty big item spawn change this update. There are a lot of numbers here, but the gist is that DMRs, SRs, LMGs, PANs, and some mid-range scopes are all getting greatly increased. More level 2 gear will spawn in place of some level 1, and you'll be able to find boosts and EMT gear easy. To see all the big numbers for yourself, head on over to patch notes. We've got a few extra things packed in this update as well. Stalk your enemies on Haven during the PUBG and Assassin's Creed collaboration event. We'll not only have a fun game mode for you to play, but we'll also have some awesome Assassin's Creed skins available as well. Check out that post for all the details. Plus, users can now customize their survivor base and show it off as their lobby screen. You choose the weapons and vehicle skins to display, so make it your own. And if you're in search of new skins to display, the workshop has new imprints for you to craft, so start unlocking the newly added legacy skins. Finally, cooperative modes are no longer linked to just your squad. Break into a dance with anyone you want starting this update. That's quite a bit to pack into a video already, so make sure you swing by the patch notes to check out the full details on everything above. Update 19.1 is here, so pack your piece, load up some new gear, and hit the beat in your new squad car. Just watch out for assassins. We'll see you on the battlefields.
Get ready, survivors. Another PUBG partner drop is on its way. And we've got the perfect guide to help get you set up and ready to start earning those watch rewards. Now enough sitting around, let's dive in. First, you want to create a crafting account if you don't have one already. Setting it up is as easy as going to PUBG.com and clicking the login button in the upper right corner. Under the login button, click Create Account and fill in the required fields to sign up. Click the cog next to the logout button to view the linked accounts page. In the platform section, find where you play PUBG and click Link Now. Linking may differ from platform to platform, so make sure to follow their individual instructions closely. Once your platform is linked, return to the linked accounts page and scroll down to your linked accounts. Here you'll see a list of services. Find your stream platform and click Link Now. Now that you're linked up, you're ready to start earning rewards by completing watch missions. You can find participating streamers and schedules for drops announcements on PUBG.com. Or you can head over to your streaming platform and search for the PUBG Battlegrounds page. Here, you'll see a variety of channels. Look out for streamers with the Drops Enabled tag or use the search to filter for partner streams. Time for the best part, watching streams to earn rewards. Drops Enabled channels have certain watch conditions you'll need to fulfill before being able to claim them.
Good game all in all, actually. Big zone shifts down, big water across the sort of southwest area of the military island. I think that factoring teams thinking it's going to shift higher north, but it did play back, and eventually we did lose it. So forced a lot of teams that sort of north side from that snowmobile getting caught out in the field. But Heroic actually playing really quickly on that western side to take over towards the trenches, and they scouted the trenches and got in clean. And then they had that whole west side to control the teams that were coming in. Still a bit puzzled by the FaZe move, but they did take a mass amount of kills they're playing in. Has that changed the leaderboard though? That is the big question. Let's have a quick look. And there we go. So Entropiq though are still holding #1. But because of their better placement though on ENCE, who haven't been able to dig themselves out of chicken dinner, they're actually now in second ENCE. Entropiq still hold 26 kills for them compared to 30 kills on ENCE. But remember, the new superset rules are based on placements. So Entropiq still holding first place. ENCE though in second. GR123 are in third. SHEESH though taking up 4th. FaZe in 5th. HOWL now in 6th though, as they close the gap though. But we do have FaZe better placement than HOWL. Again, the same with 37 across the board. But we do have SHEESH though taking out the win out of all 3 of them. So they're top dogs for them. Heroic are in 7th, Foot in 8th, and 100 ADR lurking themselves in 9th place. That was round 4. Round 5's coming up. Let's go for the forest land. Let's go for those green pastures as Erangel is coming up. Round number 5, and the playing path is 10 times better than what we had on the first one. So these teams will have the easiest split. We didn't really see too much early action. We did see that kind of that phase 1 to phase 2 on that military island, but we should have a decent split across the board now, as most teams will. I'm just looking at the drop zone, same as above. Yeah, pretty much everyone's going for the normal stuff. Elcon out Primo, they've got that one. So actually, HOWL though with a player out late, and so is Entropiq as well. So there's a actually there are Zico's gone down that way. So I wonder why is that at the top side. Enzo playing out towards their Savernian, all drop for them. Sunshine though to go in high ground. We do have a 100 ADR split within Stalba, so a bit of a fight here. HOWL are playing themselves back. 100 ADR on the split. Is it a car steal? is he's going to come away from that. How do we look? They're taking Rozuk though. Sheesh taking up School Flats. How are their number one? Heroic playing towards that sort of South George pool. Looks like we have reload on 20 between Gatka and Chopsticks. GR123 taking out Ferry Pier. HOWL Zerolag in Primorsk. Normal drop though, as we do see Drip Gang out of military. Entropiq are trying to force their way across towards Novo. FaZe trying to play out. They're going to push themselves in towards Milton, South GG, Farm and Snake Road. Most of the teams are pretty much split across the board. But you know what is worth looking at now is some stats and facts for game number 5. And we mentioned it on the last game. Could ENCE chase the Entropiq boys? Now they could. They're on the same points, but they haven't got the chicken dinner. They've not got the placements that we have seen from Entropiq. So kills on the board though. ENCE do top it with 30 kills compared to 26. 4 kills away from Entropiq. But damage dealt though. Entropiq doing that huge amount of damage. And that came from that game number 3 of Miramar. They were just causing huge amounts of damage for teams left, right and center. Don't matter which way they came in, but they caused the damage on the board for them. Average placement though, as Entropiq's already taken the win, they've got a 6 compared to a 7 of ENCE. ENCE is unable to close out the chicken dinner so far this evening. And average placement, look at that, 10 a piece. The key thing is, the big question now is, can ENCE, can they actually get the chicken dinner on the board? Are they able to close out this evening and maybe close out and maybe get either more points than Entropiq, or will we see them actually try and close out the door and ensure that, do you know what, let's get a win on the board and make sure that we close the day out on some high kills. Kind of key, is Zico actually, is he out in the water? He is out in the water as QBE's lagged out, so he's gone out. Zico will play, I'm assuming. So Entropiq though, they are further out, and again, while we wait for the teams to shift that zone in that sort of southwest position, let's have a look at some more stats and facts. After 4 games this evening, our kill leaders though, Entropiq though, now they're taking the Scrollfield in 12th, so both these guys are high kills. ENCE though, actually picking up with a 3rd, as Scoogy is taking out 10 kills. We do have this Demon though with a 9, and Astro also with a 9. So again, high kill evening really. It's not allowing one person to take the win. A lot of teams now are starting to rotate their way in, as we do have a slight crisper military on that side. Will we see Entropiq try and play across? Will we see the grind and then go at it head to head? Not quite sure. I can tell you though, Zico is making his way in on that military island. Okay, so on the other side of zone now, we do have GR123 positioning for a 2-2. They are hoping for a playback. We have HOWL Zerolag coming out for Primorsk now, playing what I'd call the question mark area, the sort of south side of Quarry Pier. Reload on 20, they're taking a very strong position to surprise them. Left the actual anchor point though over here, maybe capitalizing the kills. They rotate down and round. Llama's going to be in a hot drop area. South GG might be getting shots now. We do see Team Liquid rotate their way through. Can Rard go down? They are chasing them. Nothing on the bolty shot, but Team Liquid will be in front. So I expect maybe if they were getting chased, they might have stopped though. But they're taking that sort of northeast corner of Llama. SHEESH though are going for the anchor point though, as free kill holds out on that hill, and they are playing early doors into that sort of northwest corner of Llama, actually extending all the way down. I worry when teams overextend though for Llama, because you get loads of teams wrapping in. This will be a hot area for teams playing it. SHEESH though have seen Team Liquid. If Team Liquid has seen, they would have heard them. Reload on 20 though, pushing across the quarry, giving up that compound. Heroic though playing on the top side, coming down by the observatory. And we are seeing the fight here is Team Liquid do get the first knock though, as Journey for SHEESH going down. Again, I always do fear, because this is what normally happens. A lot of people come for Llama, and how do we look playing out that sort of northwest side? If they stop here, it's going to cause some problems though. SHEESH though getting the knocks down in the compound on 2 and putting how do we look down to a 2. They might have to rethink about how they do this. Oh no, I lost my car. It's gone. I didn't put the handbrake on. How do we look? Looks like you're running, mate. That is casters cursed, unfortunately. So Team Liquid now descended on as SHEESH are up. Fighting one, he's got one. He get the second now. He can't. He actually comes off the shots from Blissey does. I thought he actually got the drop though. Now pulling down. They can another one. Heroic though playing out there. She's stopping though. Very much firm. And the grenade comes in for Jenny though. Getting the knock. She's going to be down and out. She's going to be down for a 2. But with Heroic coming behind, we might see a very, very quick game. There's 3 teams that are battling out at the moment on Llama. How do we look? If I had to give up and go for the compound. GR23 not moving. South GG playing down towards that sort of trench zone. Entropiq now coming over. Drip Gang though. They're playing military. Vardo getting the knock on Johnny or Ghoul as he's playing on the account today, and he's actually playing for to go stick the res. Last guy up now getting tabbed as GR23 now playing over. Though to try and tab in. We do see GR23 though do capitalise on 2 as Astro, one of our kill leaders, is putting points on the board now. Heroic though continuing chasing the shots. Now has only got one of the Team Liquid guys in front. HOWL going for the drop. ENCE taking Gatka. Sun moving them way over as Int are on the Georgie Pool Bridge. And Team Liquid have gone out of road. Do find that last one. Is he just laying low, waiting? He's holding the angle here. Sunshine and rainbows. Got one. He's actually using the player as a shield. Oh, nearly gets him down on the 3rd guy. No, getting the confirm. Good mate. IR2N. He was using him as a human shield. Rest of the Sunshine now have played down. 100 ADR playing over from Everest though. Foot now playing themselves in, and FaZe holding the outside though. We are now seeing Entropiq though having that 2-2 split. Are capitalising as Drip Gang down to a 1. Mine never. Trying to ensure they can get out of this one. Oh, raining through. Actually shooting his way through at the moment. He's going to continue to work around. Actually be able to pick up on the players he has. Entropiq does the damage, push him down to a 1. And then we do see Drip Gang though. They are down and out, and they are down to a 1 man. They're going to try and survive out. Reload and 20. One side of the quarry. We do have though on the south side of the quarry HOWL, Zerolag or Zerolag. Now down in that sort of south side of the quarry. Heroic though cleared Llama. They're now hitting the top side as they are taking shots down as they have lost one. How do we look? Now trying to get the kills. They're playing themselves down. There's another one though. On the defense, he does pick up an additional, so it's going to be a 2-on-1. Level 3 vest will be helping. HOWL Zerolag though, be causing able to tap some shots out on one side. Actually nearly catches him mid-in, and FaZe literally will not go for the res but go for the salty action. Is that a mistake? Will they get there on time? Oh, just in time as they go for this straight up res. Phase number 2, zone placement coming down. Still a lot of water on the south side as Drip Gang do swim over as Entropiq now play over on the bridge. Foot though out by the 12 stacks. Want to take the long distance. It's actually relocating back. We are seeing the trench being a key area now. Zerolag though trying to put in a position as we do have Heroic though back in action. SHEESH though down to a 1 after that early take. I always fear Llama this area here. First in, there's not always the winner. Sometimes is, but not always. FaZe though pushing themselves over towards the South Pachinki Hill. They're going to have the high ground. They're going to hope for it to come back down towards Snowmobile. Foot playing over. They do have South GG here in front of him. See what Squeak can do, as he will hear that car plane in. I don't think he actually physically knows though, as he's right behind him. He's been caught out. South GG though, super good team. But actually, they've been playing super loose today, and they've had a good early game, but they can't really get together in the mid game. They've just been getting caught out with the rotations. Like they leave one zone too late for tightening up. Entropiq though playing away from the bridge, they're coming away. Foot now playing themselves up around. Trip gang able to hold. FaZe taking long distance at ENCE. ENCE need to get the win. This is the game. They got to be looking at this going. It's game 5, lads. Like, we've got to get the win. We're coming second at the moment based upon equal points with Entropiq, but because they've got the better placement than us, they're able to try and get themselves in. International drive in. I think they would maybe stop at this hill here. But they are checking themselves down. Rotation down. Zerolag done enough though, caused enough noise to deter them away. 100 ADR push for Ferry Pier. ENCE over 3-1. HOWL coming away from Chopsticks though. It should settle down. We've had a couple of teams go out early. We've got 15 teams remain as we go 13 on the clock with 47 players running around. But as a 2, 1 kill on the board, should be happy with this kind of areas. I think they're waiting for the zone to hit. Moving their car into position though, as we do have a huge rat from Sunshine. Straight past International now. I think he's going to be lucky enough that he might be moving. Is this his zone? It is. He tabs himself out on the car. His little toes have run over, and there's no Sunshine and Rainbows, as we do see them tab out in 15th place. Back to the zone shift though, as it has come down. We do see the water playing down as 100 ADR hold the bridge, hold the water side. Might have to rethink about moving quick here, as they are getting the descent down as all teams playing down. Reached out in the middle of the field. We're going to see a bit of a battle of the clans out in the area. 100 ADR moving their way down as International play the waterfront. 100 ADR in. Entropiq already playing themselves down as well. He's going to hear one. No, good shots down has actually called the guys to stop. They're going to try and control out on the other side though. We do see a full send now in towards the trench area. 100 ADR did get one of the Entropiq boys, but they also receive a knock in return. There's one, there's two. Down to a 2. Luke trying to work his way down. Last guy left here. Zico's down on ones. Nade should do him though. Gonna go straight underneath. Luke though needs to play the pressure behind. Actually going into the vehicle though. Causing damage. Luke now needs to capitalize this one. Taps himself well against that wall. Gets a scratch, and he clears up nicely though. Zico, last guy. He's gonna have to try and get the res on him if he can. International though played in. Foot have also played in, and they want to try and ensure they keep the pressure on. FaZe though on the rack also, as they all send over Ferry. Luke though out. He's got one. He's going straight back out. International clearing out. As Foot also causing damage. They've got one on play. Luke again vested in rags really. International though aren't the team that actually getting the kills on the board in this area. But now down to 2 still, trying to hold. FaZe actually crashing in after losing numbers down to a 1, just holding the outside and trying to ensure they can get the last person. International though, huge issues though, as they were taking the tabs off the side as FaZe wanted to go for the crash. Full commit from them. They gone in for that good Luke though, hasn't yet. Going for that wall hang, but the black smoke though from that car is going to not allow him. Should settle again slightly. You are seeing Zerolag though picking up though. Reload on 20 as they send it down the beach. But these guys are going to wait for it to play down. HOWL though, who crashed in this side, actually might have forced FaZe, because FaZe were playing this open area. I think it kind of forced them to maybe go for the commit over, try and get the third party action. Cyclops 44 though, last guy left. He's going to lay low on the other side, so just stop Luke Rux though, sending nades over his way. Zone placement coming back in as these teams just crest on, and we're seeing the powerhouse coming from maybe the trenches. Hence though, picking the res. No kills on the board, but they want to win. Entropiq though, they're gonna be happy they're down to a 1. International needs to come in, foot tighten themselves up. Drip Gang still alive as Reload though had to move back in for zone. As it looks like HOWL Zerolag is just hounding his guys. R21 at a time at the moment. Backing himself away. ENCE do get a knock though on Heroic. And the door clears. We'll see it. Heroics though got 1, 2. Actually the 2 that are pushing. Kill confirmed. There's a backfill now. Oh, and they should be able to take the res. So Heroic 7 kills and they'll be back to a 4 after ENCE though. And SHEESH putting a bit of damage coming through from the shack. 1 man causing damage. Only 2 kills. He done the damage though on both of them. We saw the numbers rattle, but we then saw Heroic get the knocks and also get the confirms pretty quick, holding that high ground. Zone's about to pop though. It should come away. Reload and 20 though. They've got 1. Gonna go for the straight molly as well. That's pretty much. Oh, it's just actually over. Actually gets him on point. That one right on top of the player. He was eager to get a bit of revenge after losing his boys. I think he's seen the player up on the roof just yet. Good nade. Big man. Chris, big man. Entropiq's going out. FaZe have hold him. ENCE will be happy with that one. They should be now driving the stronger placement. Another nade over. Outstanding grenade as it tabs on the top. Reload on 20. Last guy at the field. Got a shift. Only advantage is 0. Hit lag needs to do the same. Cyclops. 1 kill. 3 kills in total for FaZe. But how aggressively play. So, Drip Gang, they've been 1 man for a while. He's had to swim the whole way. He's chunk blue. He's in zone. Zone shift again away from him. He just needs to maybe catch this fight at the right time. Catching at the wrong time is going to roll straight into foot here. FaZe have put himself, Cyclops have put himself in towards the building. I think he can hear the play. He can see the fighting happening on the other side. He needs to think about getting in also. Foot needs to think about getting in. ENCE going for the full send now. They leapfrog here, but Heroic though taking the shots on SHEESH. Go for a full in. Oh my god, how they missed him. Now making themselves a little car fortification. HOWL. So working on the last of South BG. Go eventually out. 12 teams. We had 11 teams up now. Phase number 5 to 6. Again, a high number of teams remain. Phase go down. As Drip does get a point on the board. Not quite in the point pot yet. He's wrapping himself around. FaZe are aware of the fight this side. Reload on 20 going down now. He would hear now the gunshots raining this side. But I don't know if he knows they're there. They are chasing him now. He's been seen. Oh, he's actually got himself around. I think he wants to take the player in front. Oh, he's just missed that one. Nades out. He's now focusing attention from behind his foot. Trying to do the damage on him. But actually maybe finding themselves in a little bit of a split as they went all the way around. GR123 though. This nade. Actually, now backing themselves away. They have lost. They got knocked though. Oh, the other player from Zerolag though saw him crawling across. His foot now play and get a he gets a relief from foot, but he now needs to go stick for the res. Down to ones, and he's down and out as Zerolag do hold out. International though, they're a little bit further as we do see HOWL holding the powerhouse trench. Now getting the knocks in play. HOWL again, like this is like what second game they're playing in on this sort of east side, this whole same area from them. They don't have Heroic though to their west. They've got freedom of movement. ENCE though, that car, oh my god, it's flipped out on top of them. And it's actually taken ENCE down 7th place. They'll be so gutted for not getting themselves a chicken dinner at the moment. Mad. That car clearing. He's able to refocus his attention. International though, let's see if they can hold out HOWL as we did see Heroic do it for them. Zone shifting back towards them. International holding 6 kills. SHEESH though out on the other side though. Heroic playing down as GR123 need to try and deal with the threat from the northwest. Eight kills doing damage. Remember they caused this some damage through. They are continuing to move forward. They might see these guys go shotguns as well. How they're getting another kill confirmed on international as they are now down to a 2. GR123 only 3 kills. They've been on that 2-2 split for a while, but actually they find themselves down in a bit of a quiet area. Nade should come right in on top of this one. Molly's done. Nade's finished. International 5th place. HOWL continuing storming through on this east hand side. NNNOOOO playing down. They want to try and get in a position for the 3rd play. Only 2 man for them. HOWL short of a 4-man strong as Heroic take a 3-on-3 battle here with GR. GR though are split and Heroic are staying pretty tight on this fight. GR123. Do they have the angles though? Because they've got the split. His team is crested outside of zone. Shots backwards and forwards as their Bolt main now coming back. Broken shotgun in hand. Blessed is also waiting, but he's only got the angle on the other side. Tries to jump shot over the top. Lag though down to a 1 now as HOWL want to try and take the fight one at a time. That nade has gone down and out, and HOWL just have zone. Have they got the placement? Have they got the area? And this fight, can Heroic clear the fight? Can GR clear the fight? They're 2-on-3 now. Now HOWL taking the shots forward as they just want to hold the angles. I don't think they get the pressure as HOWL when they realise they are the only team holding this area. They will continue to push through and close the door. Down to 1 as Astro, last guy left. Molly's coming down. He's actually hit the Molly himself. There's a confirm. Down. A 1-man. Now already know they're already in position now for the win. They're really trying to close out. Heroic need to deal with this quickly. Refocus their attention because HOWL have already moved the angles. And now Alation knows GR go out in 3rd place for a mixed team having good games. But with a crest of zone, they get in the car. They're going to have to use the car and they're going to have to try and get themselves out of this one. 11 kills from HOWL. They're already moving. The only opportunity they've got now is to move across the zone, split the guns from HOWL, rely on the 2 that are holding. They've got to get a knock. Page got all the way around down to 1, so he just needs a slight break. He needs to get himself in. He's 1 shot. The car's about to blow. Actually, I think he's done enough now. He's resting over the ridge line. Might allow the other boys over. Has split the guns for HOWL. HOWL though do get a knock down to a 2. Quick kill confirms here. If they don't want to be taking this fight in 1 at a time. Nade over the top. Pretty much on perfect. On point. Oof. Find himself out down to 1. There's actually the guns come this way. Might try and tuck near side. And now can't get in time. HOWL did take the win. 14 kill game. That's good plays. That's the 2nd time it's come through, and those trenches have been key. And actually able to control out. GG's though from HOWL taking our game number 5. Good amount of kills. Everyone putting points on the board. Heroic though, strong game off top of Llama. and we saw loads and loads of action. Though sometimes Llama is a hard place to take early on, and we saw multiple teams go in there, and we saw multiple teams tap out. Action replay for round number 5, though. I think Paige done the right thing, right? He put himself in a position that actually they got to split the guns. Maybe they didn't get the knock they needed to, the anchor point. Maybe didn't quite pick up the additional player coming in, but how controlling the individual out. First off, putting it down to a 1-man, and then it's just a matter of time. He's going to try and work his way out, but not really going to get that far before HOWL refocus their attention. I like what they were trying to do. I saw the vision, didn't quite work out for them, but HOWL, good game, good kills. That's match number 5. Advert break, and the final match is coming up. I'll see you guys in a second.
A new gun, car, and gear for Destin. An item spawn rebalance for Sanhok. A custom lobby. And a new collaboration with a killer franchise. All this and more as we dive into the Update 19.1 patch report. First up, Destin is getting filled out with additional goodies to make your next drops even more fun. Starting now, you can pick up the new MP9 SMG to supplement those short to mid-range engagements with an accurate and reliable weapon. The armored pillar security vehicle is also now on the map, offering speed, protection, and flashy lights for survivors in need. Once you're on the scene, you can use the new blue chip detector to hone in on survivors near you, but beware that there's a little bit of a delay between each update. If you find yourself under fire, deploy the new folded shield for a stationary, bulletproof barrier. This new item is carried in your inventory and cannot be picked back up once deployed. Oh, and it can be found outside of Destin also, so keep your eyes peeled. And speaking of items, Sanhok is getting a pretty big item spawn change this update. There are a lot of numbers here, but the gist is that DMRs, SRs, LMGs, PANs, and some mid-range scopes are all getting greatly increased. More level 2 gear will spawn in place of some level 1, and you'll be able to find boosts and EMT gear easy. To see all the big numbers for yourself, head on over to patch notes. We've got a few extra things packed in this update as well. Stalk your enemies on Haven during the PUBG and Assassin's Creed collaboration event. We'll not only have a fun game mode for you to play, but we'll also have some awesome Assassin's Creed skins available as well. Check out that post for all the details. Plus, users can now customize their survivor base and show it off as their lobby screen. You choose the weapons and vehicle skins to display, so make it your own. And if you're in search of new skins to display, the workshop has new imprints for you to craft, so start unlocking the newly added legacy skins. Finally, cooperative modes are no longer linked to just your squad. Break into a dance with anyone you want starting this update. That's quite a bit to pack into a video already, so make sure you swing by the patch notes to check out the full details on everything above. Update 19.1 is here, so pack your piece, load up some new gear, and hit the beat in your new squad car. Just watch out for assassins. We'll see you on the battlefields. An item spawn rebalance for Sanhok. A custom lobby, and a new collaboration with a killer franchise. All this and more as we dive into the Update 19.1 patch report. First up, Destin is getting filled out with additional goodies to make your next drops even more fun. Starting now, you can pick up the new MP9 SMG to supplement those short to mid-range engagements with an accurate and reliable weapon. The armored pillar security vehicle is also now on the map, offering speed, protection, and flashy lights for survivors in need. Once you're on the scene, you can use the new blue chip detector to hone in on survivors near you, but beware that there's a little bit of a delay between each update. If you find yourself under fire, deploy the new folded shield for a stationary, bulletproof barrier. This new item is carried in your inventory and cannot be picked back up once deployed. Oh, and it can be found outside of Destin also, so keep your eyes peeled. And speaking of items, SHEESH is getting a pretty big item spawn change this update. There are a lot of numbers here, but the gist is that DMRs, SRs, LMGs, PANs, and some mid-range scopes are all getting greatly increased. More level 2 gear will spawn in place of some level 1, and you'll be able to find boosts and EMT gear easy. To see all the big numbers for yourself, head on over to patch notes. We've got a few extra things packed in this update as well. Stalk your enemies on Haven during the PUBG and Assassin's Creed collaboration event.
Sorry, to cut the patch notes just short because we've already loaded the lobby. Teams are straight in, no messing around this evening. It is Monday night. It is mates.gg. My name is Mark Power, and you are on Elite Esports EU, the place where we just dedicate ourselves to casting esports events. We've had a really good couple of games. I'm really interested to see how this Entropiq and ENCE battle is happening at the moment. ENCE unable to get themselves a chicken dinner despite getting closed out. Really, that kind of like middle to late game by a lot of teams. Great movement, great shots, great plays from them. But we've seen Entropiq holding the leaderboard based upon their placement alone. Let's have a look at the leaderboard though before we load into match number 6. And we do see that battle of the clans go because HOWL have taken 61 points after that win. An outstanding play from that east from the trenches and with 41 kills. Heroic though are in second. GR123 were a better game that time, pushing themselves back up slightly as they are now on 46 points. But because they had the better average placements than Entropiq, they are higher up on that leaderboard. Entropiq are in 4th. SHEESH though are in 5th place, or SHEESH, sorry. ENCE in 6th, FaZe are in 7th, FUT are in 8th, and 9th place is being taken up by HOWL Zerolag. It is the 6th and final round. Will we see a military? The zones have been crisping. Let's load the plane. I'll see you guys in just 2 seconds. Coming up next, it's coming up now is the flight path. Look at that. That is a shocker. A south to north. It doesn't even leave that third square in from that right hand side, that east quadrant. Borderline southeast to northeast again. But very, very much an east focused plane path. I'm very keen to see actually how is that going to impact the teams when it comes to the zone placement. We are seeing the stretch. We are seeing the teams pushing themselves out as far as they can. But all of our IGLs, all of the guys and girls making the decisions or making the calls behind the team have actually had a huge mix of different types of zones and different types of placements. They've had to really think about the zone shift and the rotation paths of which they're, oh my God, of which their teams can move. And you've got to remember as well, right? The plane has to touch the zone, and let the plane, we're talking crisping that little bit, and it is heavy, heavy northwest. The only team that is borderline in is ENCE. Surely ENCE can take the win on this one. They're in Severny. They're going to get the prime stop. But look at this. GR123 already on the move. How far around will they go? With that zone shift here, you kind of know this area is going to be clean. That's a horrible, horrible plane path. I know they say great flight paths equal to horrible zones, but horrible flight paths also equal to horrible zones. There's one thing that's common here, and that's horrible zones with PUBG. Let's join in with the fight though, as we do have Zerolag. And how do we look? Are now going at it. Heroic though have got 100 ADR, and how do we look? Getting the first knock here on Zerolag. So bigger pitch jump. Zerolag. Oh, he panned him as well. Zerolag out on that west hand side. How do we look? Do have a player sitting in the centralized area though. They have one apiece though on the sort of south side of Rozuk, a town which I actually really enjoy fighting from. If I'm honest, I actually enjoy this drop zone, but it is a 3-on-3. As again, with that horrible flight path, it's kind of forced teams into positions actually where they want to try and play out from. I think he's now picked up though as yeah, I'll try and play forward. No lid. It will only take one heady. Look at this though. SHEESH though going to try and play in. Didn't have gone down. We're seeing them taking a fight out in Rozuk. There's a lot of early battles. I love game 6. I always have loved game 6. Why? Because we see the craziness that is PUBG. Teams that need to try and get the points on the board, that want to progress up on that left hand side, they're going to try and make it happen. Teams on the right hand side, they want to try stuff new, and it clashes in this outstanding game. So HOWL, Zerolag have backed away from the fight in Rozuk. They've left an anchor man, one man to hold up. He is taking that one-on-one fight though. He is. Hunter's actually over to the other side. They actually do get the individual player quickly, as she's now going to be down to a 3-man. 3 apiece here. Team's now going to start working their way in on the Magic ENCE they're playing out. You'd expect these to do maybe a split here. HOWL playing across the bridge from Yaz. Oh, picked him up. Actually turned back on him. They have lost their player though, so he has been picked out. Between how do we look though? They want to try and move forward. Team Liquid playing out. They go for the cross though at Georgia Pool. GR123 playing over. Rip Gangs drawing military. Q27 who took international at Nova. Then as to get moving. 100 AR. They've now gone as they actually killed themselves off with a vehicle. FaZe playing across. Entropiq needs to get moving. But needs to get moving as well. But we are seeing Zerolag, or HOWL Zerolag though, who were trying to play back after taking a kill here from SHEESH. Now actually find themselves as 2-man, 1 kill. I don't think it would take long actually for how do we look to realise the fight they've left positive. Unlucky he didn't get the knock on free kill, as he should be able to draw his attention back. No, it didn't take him long. They have picked up one. And actually kill stolen from SHEESH, as they did lose one from them. They're able to close them up. HOWL though getting ENCE. And that's a quick kill confirmed as ENCE came down for the crossroads. Sunshine going for shooting range. And the fight now unfolds still in Rozuk, as how do we look continuing to move forwards. He says they do turn around. But look at that South GG though on the other side. So again, teams want to get involved in the third party. Teams want the kills. And with our side, she's now been crashed in. South GG, I don't think they quite know where all the players are. They do have a player anchoring on their side here, as they will continue to hold. But they are playing forward. It's nice aggressive play. FaZe also coming in from behind. So will FaZe take the third party action as well? The fourth party, the fifth party, wherever party we want a bloody party. Oh, 2-0 Man United. Jeez. They need to win those boys today. As soon as this game finishes, I'm whapping it on. I hopefully catch the second half. Let's see what Liverpool can do. Liverpool, a team that could actually maybe control it back. So they have now lost this. He does come alive. Actually does pick up one though. She's now going down to a 2-man nade. The full comms of where the team are. Looks the nade, sends it fully over. Goes in towards the single stack. Back to the other side. So there's a 1. Let's see if they can dig themselves out. 2 kills. Pressed in the outside of the zone. How do we look though? Store looking and not giving up that Rozuk approach. FaZe going to cross the bridge and they are holding the down. Actually, I say that they have now just played away. They come out as they are down to a 1. Jenny's last guy up now is South GG. Might use the nades and try and cross over. Here they go. Got one back. ENCE getting a knockdown on GR 1, 2, 3. Molly's come through it, hits the bars. Actually back out, it's gonna, has he done enough damage? The kill has been stolen. And how do we look? Are looking like they're going to allow SHEESH to be able to get the res on back to a 2. And will stick themselves back in. Johnny now checking himself back over. He tries to hold out this sort of west hand side. The South GG find themselves stuck in the compound. Mini Ros though is going to be hot. Group gang now playing across. We do have Reload on 20 playing over in the bigger picture now, as we do see GR getting the res just on time. ENCE though are in the compound. They have lost one to HOWL and they lost him over on this sort of crossroads here. They have gone all the way in now as they take shooting range. Sunshine though are in shooting range already. Actually holding the door. Very easy kills though, as Demons slam through. And FaZe with that knock are going to push forward. They have extended past Sunshine as they do have 2 on that sort of west hand side of shooting range. Now looking for it. Down to 1 shot. Really unlucky to get him though. Need to relieve some pressure off the boys now. FaZe do get down to the 2s now. The 3 on 2. The 4th player is coming in. Utility. FaZe are just raining fire. Nades down and they want this quick. They've got him. Going to draw the attention down. The Sunshine do stick a res back on, so they are going to be back to a 2. But they're in the shack. The shack of the building. EP backing away as we have South GG also disengaging, going around for Yoz. But yeah, Yaz. And then we see how do we look though? They actually held up in Rosrick well. Team Liquid though, they've taken a weird split with a 3. Well, actually one of the planes, 2 out on the outside here, and then we have Demizi playing out very much in that northwest corner. Heroic coming through the top side. Going very, very late from the rotation. But remember, they came from military here. Gang taking some shots. Now wrapping away. And we are seeing FaZe and Sunshine still going at it. Find himself down in the bunker. I've seen teams do crazy things here, but one thing I've seen teams do is send cars into this gap and blow the cars up so teams can't get out. Kind of trapping them in. HOWL playing in. FaZe go losing 1. They've got 2. Have to redraw their attention now. HOWL continuing chasing after taking top place after that game number 5 for them. They're just storming kills at the moment. Oh my god. Actually, they're actually taking a breath now to try and get a res in. They do have got Team Liquid on 1. Figures nade over in the corner. It's not bad. FaZe are calling out the shots though. Able to get mad though, back up, and he does clutch and able to get this one, but we might see multiple SHEESH now coming. Entropiq gonna be here in this one, and we'll go to the fight here with Drip Gang taking on Team Liquid. They've got one down. They've got one down themselves though on the bleed. Team Liquid wrapping around on the right hand side, the north side here. Good shots though. Next he goes down to 1s really, but actually tapping himself up. He's the last guy left. Holding the angle, flash going over the top. Drip Gang need to be aggressive now. They can't send it one at a time. This is one player that you can't just stack up one at a time. You've got to double team this guy. You've got to trade out. Look at the speed that he comes out. Down to 1 shot though. Rechecking back on the other side. They've got to keep pushing. Oh, that's what you talk about. That's the pressure they've got to apply. Team Liquid taking 30th place. And Drip Gang able to get both their guys back up. Just to go. Oh my god. She's playing down and taking HOWL. Taking their position. Sunshine, no Sunshine in the bunker. They're still alive though. Entropiq though trying to wrap around behind as we got phase 2. 11 teams up. 12 minutes on the clock with 34 players up. Foot though playing in towards Severny. Heroic on the other side though. ENCE though, they've still got their split. They did lose one between HOWL and the crossroads. But SHEESH though holding firm. Aggressive play down. You're alive. GR123. Our Greek mixed team. They're out in the southwest corner. Dip gang. They're taking the plane. Ooh. Old EP boys. Sheesh though playing away. Oh, they're going to go into the bunker. They're going to do a hard turn. They have done a hard turn. Oh, they've knocked themselves. Oh, my days. Surely. Surely you would go have a look, wouldn't you? Oh, have a little look. Have a little cheeky look. Look at that. You've got a two-man here. Gets one. Oh, he panics. He goes for the flash. He gets the flash. Oh, he lays him down, tucks him off before he gets the molly. Can the molly hit him? He has. Would it type him out? I don't think it can as he actually goes. Oh, I think they would think there was no way to remember player here. Instead, be disappointed. The car's on fire on the outside. That is a massive beacon of we have players. South GG though, getting a knock on Entropiq. Entropiq 2 kills. Gonna go stick for the res now. All South GG play out. They shouldn't do. On the outside though, we are seeing how do we look, and they are looking good as they still hold up here. And reload on 20. They've got the outside angle on them though. But though, getting heroic kill confirm. Little duck helmet though, giving away the player. How do we look? Got the hold. Zone shift though has played away from these guys. Both these teams need to get him. It's only a 2. The third player from How Do We Look is further around. As you can see on the bottom side of that map there. Only phase 3. One thing I will say very different towards the PC versus console. The difference in what you wear, like because of the frames are so much higher on PUBG PC, like you see like the duck helmet, that whip of that yellow flash across your screen a lot better than you would do in a console environment. I think with console they get away with actually wearing brighter clothes. Reload on 20 though, they'll continue to try and take off as they do have an anchor point here. The third player now from How Do We Look, they're tightening back up, anchor point behind. Nade's going to come over. What really causing damage though is they are holding the real estate. His phase 3 will hurt a bit when it touches. Won't be as much as the 4. So anyone with a good amount of meds should be able to survive. They do have a little crest. They can get through and wrap themselves down towards that southwest and around. This is where sort of the N7 is key. There we go. South GG getting another knock on Entropiq. And South GG having split Entropiq as well. How do we look though? Getting the first knock over here. That Molly's going to get the confirm. And can he get the second? Oh, he stuck the resin in time. Got a med on throw in time. Got the pressure. He does get him down. And it's going to be down to the last guy now. North side though, wrapping all the way down round. Chunking the blue. He's got the meds to get himself in. And 7 should be the guy actually looking at this one going, do you know what? The only way he's going to get in is further around than that crest. Entropiq though do get South GG. And they are now going for the players. Reload 20 do get controlled out. Oh, waiting patiently for him to get in. But Ivis though, nice little tabs up as South GD eliminate that in 9th place. We are in a point pot and it is early doors. We get fighting again on the other side as Drip though down to the last guy. Trying to take on the fight here is GR 1, 2, 3. Our game number 1 winners though. Group gang though out in 8th place as GR though. They are still up as a 4-man. Zone shift coming back down to that shooting range. Fit though early movement for them. Entropiq playing out as that South GG fights put them on the crest of zone. We do see sunshine and rainbows. Nice sunshine. They are going to have to come out of the bunker now. ENCE have taken shots at SHEESH, and as they played in, we're going to go for a quick extend now. As we do see Entropiq now feel the rain of How Do We Look. Quick kill, quick confirm from this 3-man. Entropiq now turn back, and they are going to cause some damage. A little bit in the middle. Have to try and play in, but though do crest over and take the high ground with the drop here. ENCE now do play across from that north towards that sort of northwest side. Continue to wrap themselves in. Sunshine. Rainbows. 2 kills. Out of the bunker. Back in the game. In the point pot. Seeing the additional 2 players will mostly refocus their attention on wrapping himself around. It's a great ditch. He continue to work all his way around and be unseen from teams if he wants to stick this path. The problem is if he wants to go up on that mountain, we might see ENCE who will be holding here for a period of time. We might catch him as he wraps up on that sort of side there. GR123 might even come and have a look as they will play down across this sort of high ground here. Foot though tighten themselves up. Silence AWM, he says, round number 6. Decent. A team which has fought really hard, even from the bat. How do we look? Haven't actually had to break this game number 6. They've actually had to fight the whole way through, from that early fight with Rozuk, with HOWL Zerolag, then getting that whole third party action with SHEESH. And then we saw South GG playing in there. They got a couple of kills there. And then obviously a FaZe crossover. The other teams wrapped away, gave them a free path into that sort of south side. And they've worked their way into Reload on 20. They cleared the fight on Reload on 20. And now they've just taken a kill from Entropiq. They've got that southwest corner. They've got the flat zone. This is where you're going to see these two teams maybe battle out. But if they hold at the edges, they want to try and control as best they can. What they want to do is not allow Entropiq up this neck of the woods. Entropiq will make a decision whether they do hard play up here, or if they go play in towards foot. If they play for the middle, the only real play they've got is going to be in this sort of bowl where they're going to get tabbed up and they're going to come up to the flat ground where you do have the shack. That is the only other play we might see Entropiq go and take a huge step off to try and play this angle. This flat ridge though will give them control from behind. It will relieve the pressure off them, but we do see ENCE. And will we see Sunshine though? Not get another Sunshine out as they do tab out in 7th place. ENCE though controlling this one out though. Heroic are actually fielding behind, 2 kills, 1 man. Again, 6 teams remain. It's only phase 5, 18 players left, and we're just about to tab 20 on the clock. It is a close-knit game. Entropiq actually not going for the full extend now over towards that shack, actually put in a blind side. How do we look though? They need to either go on to the call or wrap up high, and they're going for the wrap up high now. He's going to put him in eyesight as the FaZe has played back towards shooting range. Entropiq doing the right thing. I suppose the logic for Entropiq though, don't know the communication. I don't know if there's any players there, so a full center at location. If a team's already taken that prime real estate, would have actually maybe sent them out. Unfortunately, if that we know it's clear. Which means, how do we look though? I'm going to push their way over to GR. Mixed Greek team. 4 kills for them. I think they can hear the pitter patter of foot. Bless definitely can hear him, as you can tell by the body language, how he's moving a lot slower. He doesn't want his communication to be given away. But they are actually coming back down. So hopefully, how do we look? Not giving up that we believe we're the highest point. We've got to make sure they don't sleep on any teams coming in, wrapping in from behind them. Astro though holding that southwest corner. Entropiq are playing up as Foot though receives Zico. Mini taken down to a 3. 6 teams though, 18 players left. There's still good depth in these teams. Got a couple of low numbers though, as we do have Heroic down as a 1. I'm going to try and stick the res though. GR actually do get the steal. How do we look though? I've seen GR and they've seen each other in return. I don't know if he's definitely heard him now. Got the whips. His best goes first down. Run back with a cheeky nade. Nade already coming out though. That's not bad. A little bit short. That nade's a little bit better. Push him down to 1s. Needs a secondary follow through that nade. That's perfect. That should get another knock though, and a confirm. As it's going to put GR down to a 2. Continue with nade and usually going through. He's going to have to be a 1. There's that confirm as we do see. How do we look? These guys are on fire. How do they look now? Game number 6. Woof! Spicy. Oh my god, 11 kills. Mate, where were you boys for the last 5 games? Entropiq though, with the rain of fire, they know the danger is up high. They're going to try and control this up already, as they do play up high. 3 players, 4 kills. But they have controlled out. How do we look? They're now going to turn back and face the wrath of Entropiq. Right, giveaway, the giveaway. They have picked up one. Ivor's already wrapping around. He's really stealing that. That's the one. Lukerox is down. It's down to a 2-on-2. Utility, utility, utility. That one's not too bad. That's perfect. Right on top. Oh, and actually does able to get it. Zico comes off the res. Actually now overextending on the utility. Down to ones. Actually got one back. And he's got Entropiq as well. 14 kills. GG's. He's running back. He will be able to get that res. Foot, though, will want to get on the third party. Look at these guys climbing the hill quick. Foot with 3. How do we look? Damn good, people. 14 kills, 2-man. ENCE with a 2 and Heroic with a 1. They're able to stick the res. But though, going to be close on their heels. Oof. But know where they are now. Down to ones. How do we look? Oh my days. 4th place. Disgusting game, boys. But though wrapping themselves up from that northeast corner down to the southeast, taking the high ground away from the 2 remaining teams. ENCE though sitting themselves in towards that shooting range. They did tap out Sunshine. Heroic though have been wrapping around the other side on the other, or in the single shack though from shooting range. Now back out on the other side. Looks like ENCE very much aware they have a single lurker coming back. It's going to be a 2-on-1. The moment of time these guns start raining fire, we're going to see Foot though raining the bolt reaction. Going to get a knockdown. Goes back for a repeat. Just tabs on. Nade's going to go over the top. Scav's on the inside. Actually picks the nade for Scav as he goes on in dodging the nade. Wants to go take the fight on as he goes aggressive forward. Actually does get one. Tabs him back up. And look at the rain now. Bolt action. Can he get an AWM finish? Oh my god, he can. Woo! GG's! But only 6 kills, but how do we look? That's the team that you should have been looking for that one. GG's all around, guys. But good play, good understanding, good IQ. And again, a team I spoke about earlier, Foot, a team that's always consistently there, right? Maybe not the highest killers, but the rotation is so on point with this team. And that bolted action at the end, disgusting. Expecting to pop his head up. Boop. Silence AWN. Doesn't have that clack impact. But yeah, GG's. Teams all around. Let's have a look for the last time this evening. Our action replay. And yeah, it's only... Okay, good going for that nade though. Picks himself. But yeah, he actually taps himself in and able to really push that sort of that fight forward. Good tabs. Got one. Now I'm going to go for the second. Boom. Great shot. All in all, a wonderful day of casting. Actually, I was working in London. I got a message about, and I looked at the lobby, and I was like, oh my god, it's pretty stacked, and there's no cast. I'm like, hey, let me put my name up so that I guys can cast. It's clear indication that these teams are practicing for the PCS7. As I said, I didn't. Unfortunately, thank you for the messages, guys. I'm not casting PCS7. I didn't put my details in quick enough for it, but I did receive, because I'm a PUBG partner, I received a message for watch parties. So hopefully I'll be accepted to do the watch parties for PCS7. So come check it out. I'm going to try and get some special guests in, and we can just have a chill out and watch the PCS7 action unfold. It has been insane. I've been blessed that I've been able to cast the PCS7 NA stuff early doors, so we've got some good action there. But I think I'll be sitting on the sofa with all you guys and girls watching the action unfold. But let's go back to the action today. We had some great plays. Entropiq though picking up. We see our mixed Greek team GR1-2-3 start the bat nice and early, but it wasn't a consistent team winning every single game. But we did see a consistency across the spread of kills, and more importantly, with the zone shifts. I'm really impressed to actually watch these teams have to really think about how to play, how the zone moves, and with the zone shifts not playing as they sometimes normally go, it's actually put some of the IGLs on the back foot. But it's been good to see, good to watch, and good movement. I'll have a quick look to see if my leaderboard though has updated. 61 on the board there. It hasn't quite updated just yet. Action replay at the end, great. Those that obviously, thanks off for myself everyone that has followed, liked, subscribed. We had a subscribe randomly yesterday. I was not even streaming, but thank you very much. most importantly, obviously, massive support for the channel does help. We are trying to invest on a camera. So guys and girls, please let me know if you are using webcams and cameras, what one I should go for. I'm using Logitech at the moment. I have 2 of them, one there and one over there. I think it's time to improve and move up. So let me know what your thoughts are on cameras and which one I should be looking at, as to why, and better drop me DMs on social media at Twitter, and the at ELITEeSPORTS on Twitter is the one to go hit up and the follow. Let's go though, have a look at my leaderboard as it has updated now. And how do take the evening though? 66 points for them. Heroic though are in second. Entropiq though are in third place. GR though, unfortunately, they're taking game number 1. They were lurking very much on this left hand side of their table, unable to get to that top spot though after game 1. ENCE though are 5th place, a team which was very, very much driving. SHEESH picking up 6th place. FUT are in 7th. FaZe picking up 8th, and HOWL, Zerolag are in 9th. But look at the points, right? 66, 10 points between them and Heroic, and HOWL were very strong on HOWL were very, very strong on Orang Miramar this evening. Whether that is a consistency for them, they are a very strong team ending. Whether they need to time to warm up, but wow, talk about strength closing things out. So good shout for them taking the scrim this day. Mates.gg have the guys who are put on the cast. I believe there's one tomorrow, and I think it's going back to the Pro League Hub on the private servers on Wednesday. I'll put my hand up. I am working from home now for the rest of the week, but I am unfortunately away on Friday. I get to go to a festival, so I will be putting stuff up on Twitter about that one. You get to have an in-depth look at my random VW camper as we're going to hit a festival this weekend. Rock and roll. Anyway, enough said. Let's go raid someone. Thank you very much again for everyone that has liked, subscribed, followed, chatted, been a part, even gave me the updates on the scores on the Man United game. I'm going to go tab myself out, go raid someone, and go tune in and watch the Man United games. I'll see you guys tomorrow potentially. Peace.